know when y'all going live.
We live. Nicole, you want some wine?
Yes, please.
You want the romance red or you want the Lambrusco?
I'm about to put some. Bring that lemonade. My shit's strong as a mug.
You need lemonade?
Hey, y'all phones ringers is off.
Mine does never come.
Never to be on.
Mine don't either, but you know.
I know, right? Who has ringers?
Somebody asked me that, why your ring ain't never on? Because I don't want it on. It's loud.
Always on vibrate.
The hell? I don't want to hear it going off.
It's damn near weird to me, low key. Like I be perplexed when motherfuckers get this shit on.
At my job, we can't have our phones, so it's always on for me.
It's cool. Thank you.
Alright, that's better.
You good on drink, JT?
I'm straight.
You want wine too?
Sure. I drink some. That's the name of the show. I'm down.
I mean, it don't matter what you got.
Alright, cool. We're gonna drink this too.
Exactly. We gonna be double fisting. We drinking for Derrius today.
Shit, y'all better eat too then.
I had like 2 little wings. I'm straight.
What are we gonna get today?
Hey, y'all.
Coco
Hey,
Jones.
y'all.
Maybe
Maybe we'll actually get a studio one day. Y'all want to invest in our studio?
I got you.
Yeah.
Right in my basement.
This be squishing. You see this?
Oh yeah.
Why does it do that?
Mm-hmm. What's the? And that's not Facebook.
Yeah.
What's that? Instagram?
Facebook, but so I do it so we can see the comments from here.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
Can you hand me the cards in the bag?
Shuffle them up, Jason.
No.
Why you? Nah, they already set in.
No, they're not
We
set.
try
Listen,
not to shuffle
because-
so we don't get the same.
Yeah, so they try to get the same card somebody else had.
I've been watching y'all show.
So we just put them at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Y'all ain't gonna start with us. Okay. Hey, y'all. No, Sequoia already said hey, y'all. Welcome back.
Yeah. I was gonna say come in a little bit, but y'all. Welcome back. It's the finale. Oh, that didn't work how I thought it was gonna work. Right?
You sounded good in your head.
She had to figure it out. She had to figure it out.
Yeah,
And it
just
was
Coco
like,
Jones.
oh, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So welcome back. I'm Ken.
I'm Kay.
She's Kay. I'm Ken, and this is Wine&Grow. We wine when we grow, and when we grow, we need wine. All right. So this is season 7 for the Love of Men episode 8. This is the finale of this season. We've been joined by, I don't know the counts of men, but it's been a great season. We had Corey on episode 1. We had Edmund on episode 2.
Cam on 3.
Episode 3 was Cam. Episode 4 was Garrett. 5
5
we
was
had
our
our dads. Episode 6
2 dudes on live.
we had Clefon and Saul, and
You
then
got it.
and then 7
That
we
is.
just had Thaddeus. And look at you. That's how you know he supports us.
Yeah.
He be
From the
watching.
very beginning, they been here, y'all.
I
Both
watch.
of them, JT and Derrius, they have been avid supporters of the show. Actually, everybody who's been on here mostly have
Has
been
been avid
supporters
supporters,
since
yeah.
we started. You know, so we wanted to make sure we gave them the consideration back that they give us. You know, every season. We thank y'all for supporting us.
You're welcome.
You know, and being in the comments and starting the drama.
Why you look at me when you say that?
Who? What I say?
Starting the drama.
Wait, let me tell y'all. I
Felt
went back.
that. You feel guilty?
I was watching the season finale of season 2 or 4. Calling you out, talking about Derrius, please don't start. I'm like, this is crazy. He been going at it since the beginning.
Since the beginning.
Sound about right.
Yeah.
So y'all want to introduce yourself for the people who don't know who y'all are?
JT. I mean, what else you want to know?
What you do?
Oh, I'm a serial entrepreneur. I do a lot of stuff. I do taxes. I rent boats. I rent cars. I also work. I'm a program manager for ComEd, if you want to know. Yeah. I'm a father of a 2-year-old.
Okay. And actually, check out his boat services. What is it called? Jumpin' Jack?
That's one of my boats, but the service is called Luxury Lakefront
Luxury
Charters.
Lakefront Charters, y'all. We
.com.
Yes, like we did. I rented from him, and I plan to rent from him again. It was so fun. Like we had a great time.
Yeah.
So check him out for sure if y'all looking to rent a boat.
Derrius won. Recently just got married, going on year 2.
Okay.
Beautiful thing. I worked for the railroad. I've been there about 8 years. I'm a tower operator. I work down on Lake Street. I work in the interlocking, the trains that come in from Metro. I control all that from Kenosha, Harvard, McHenry, Elburn, the trains we used to ride in from DeKalb.
I remember
all
them
those,
this one, right?
All those are my area and my expertise. Just happy to be here. Give some male perspective.
Okay.
Exactly.
Cool.
You know what's funny to me? What we have in the comments, you right now is just so calm, so just like so nervous, like you just
a whole different
person,
a whole different Derrius. And to IG, we understand that we're sideways. We have to get the view. So
we big. That's what you're trying to say. It's cool.
No, it's for us. We did the same thing when our daddies was on.
Yeah.
We have to have it, you know.
We got big
cool.
shoulders.
Yeah, big. A lot of pressure up here.
It's
on
cool.
this couch.
It's cool. We gotta make sure we get the whole view. Okay, so we gonna start the show. So they watch, so they know how it is. But just so for people who may not know, we start the show with the conversation cards, icebreakers, and we end the show the same way. And then after that, we get into the cards that we have specifically in regards to men in love. So these are the final cards of the deck. Yeah. So if we go through them, then we can just pick from the from the main deck and let them answer some questions that people that have already answered. So everybody can pick a card.
I got this game with the crib, something like it.
Just pick
my-
up the
just
top.
Just let him do what he gonna do.
No, y'all did this before.
I already
Well,
gotta be
put it at the bottom. You sure?
I'm
I'll trust
positive.
you. I trust
Oh,
you.
I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm just high. I'm just.
Cam answered that question. I was like,
Okay.
you lying.
Yeah, I think you've done this one too.
Okay,
But
because
y'all- if
this is the thing. Last time Sequoia mixed them up.
Mm-hmm.
Remember?
I put one card in there.
No, you
put-
did that. You
One card.
Okay.
I
All right.
put one card in there.
We're gonna have to do a replay.
You can, because I know I put one card in there.
Can we switch?
I don't even know. I didn't even read that card, Taylor.
I think we
did
answered
do
this one.
before.
I thought
Put it
somebody
at the
had
bottom.
answered that one. I feel like
It's
you.
crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wonder if they got the same cards in this deck, like over again, because
And I feel
it's
Cam
like
answered this one.
impossible
Cam did that one too.
for all of these cards to be.
No, I don't think we did that one.
Alright,
I didn't
cool.
even really did
I mean,
the first time.
That's
So
fine. Well, I know for a fact.
I know
the
that first one that you had,
for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah, all of these.
I remember who answered some of these ones. No.
did we do that? We switched, right?
No, I don't
We didn't
remember
do this,
that
I
right?
thought we
one. I don't
did
remember that
It
one.
was something similar to this.
because
then.
Corey
Yeah.
answered that one.
This one.
Okay, we'll just do them. Let's just do them.
Alright, let's
Okay,
do
I
let's
don't
go.
remember
It's
this.
not alcohol. It's not.
Talking about
This
he got
is-
the whole red cup at that. Talking about something. We drinking for Derrius today. All right, you want to go first, JC?
Sure. Mine says, do you have children? If so, describe your relationship with their mother. Yes, I have a child. I said that. He's a 2-year-old. His name is Jordan. He's my everything. But my relationship with his mother's got to be pretty good because we got married. We got married about 5 years ago. Yeah.
It's been that
Yeah,
long.
we're going on 5 years in October.
Wow. Shout out to
Happy early
Ashley.
anniversary. I mean, it's months away, but still.
Yeah, it's coming up. But yeah, our relationship is great. I feel like we're a great team.
Mm-hmm.
She do all the stuff I don't want to do, pretty much. I washing clothes and the babying. I don't do the babying. I can't do that. But like,
The baby is.
I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna take him to play, go to the park. I'm gonna,
That's
you know,
what
You
fun
do what daddies do.
How daddies
yeah.
do. Yeah.
That's just how it works. I'm the fun parent. She knows that, and we have a great relationship. I feel like we got a great balance.
Okay.
We're like opposite for real.
Okay. All right. I have a child. I have a 16-year-old son. My relationship with his dad is really good. We've been doing this co-parenting thing now for 16 years. So, I mean, it was rocky in the beginning. But, you know, after we removed our feelings and worried about the son that we have together, everything became easy. Right now, my son lives with his father, you know, like, so, you know, that's just how good a relationship we have. You know, there's never been any child support, no issues with who gonna have him win or whatever, because I definitely feel that I am like, and we were just talking about this before the show, I'm not gonna take away his responsibilities as a father and put that all on me. So we definitely share and balance our relationship with our son very good, you know, and our responsibilities.
I have 2 kids, 17 and 14.
She is not.
Why do you say damn?
She is not 17.
She is.
Right, 17.
Man, I remember
Yeah.
I'm getting old.
I was in college.
I remember when you was pregnant.
Pregnant with Savion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shit.
And my relationship with their dad, it's a stable relationship. It's okay. I'm okay with where it is. It's no drama, no anything. So we're fine. So, you know, I don't have no complaints.
Good.
Well, I am still team no kids. Just enjoying my wife, enjoying the things that we do together. One day when the time is right, we will go for our first child together. Looking forward to being a father, trying to rebuild the black structure of the household.
Okay. All right. That's good. In a relationship, how important is alone time for you? Could you be with someone who is the complete opposite of you when it comes to this?
Alone time is very important to me, and I think that's actually one of the things I'm learning that I struggle with in relationships, because I like to be alone. and I think that I get overstimulated. I mean, I love to be around my person, but I just have to have a break. Can I be with a person that's opposite me, as long as they understand when I need my space? Yes. It's just about me communicating that to them, and them being able to understand that we're going to need some time apart just to be able to keep our individualities. And I mean, because I don't want to get lost in you. So, yeah.
Derrius?
Yeah, I value my space and my alone time. I'm an Aquarius, and that's one of the things we do. And it is a problem sometimes in a relationship, because my wife sometimes feels that maybe, you know, I take my alone time a little bit more than our together time. Because coming into a relationship beforehand, I was always alone. You know, so it took time for me to make space to bring her into, because I value my alone time so much. Isolation when I'm upset, isolation after work, isolation just to get my mind right was always first. But when you're in a relationship, you have to take that time and say, hey, you know, I need to bring her into this
Somebody
space.
saying speak louder. I don't know
if
if
that
was
was
you or for Sequoia, but
I thought I was speaking loud.
Yeah, bringing somebody into my space and having that alone time, but understanding that I do need that time in order to rebuild myself to go back out to the day.
yeah. Okay.
My alone time is everything. She'll tell you herself. Like, I realize personally, I could be sharp with the tongue, especially if it's like a disagreement or I'm angry. So like if let's say we're having a disagreement, I need to tell her like, hey, I will talk about it in the morning. Like, I need my space. I need to compute what I need to say in a way that's not gonna come out and I make you feel some type of way that I don't intend to. So that's very important in that situation. But it's also important, like, just like Sequoia said, I don't want my partner to be lost in me. I want you to have your own thing. So, like, for example, she teaches, like, dance classes multiple times throughout the week. And I'm at home with the kid. I clearly do 4 different businesses. So I don't bring her along with me every time. It's like sometimes I want to be by myself, like doing that. Like, you should be able to miss your person. So if I dated somebody that couldn't understand it, like, well, I'm married clearly now, but I don't think I could be with somebody that couldn't like understand that part of me.
Yeah.
Cause I really like, I could be a cake, or it's times like I just don't want to be around your ass. So like, I know when I get a house, I'm gonna have my man cave.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna probably need to put a password or something to get downstairs, but because I'm gonna have a Ring doorbell or something. But no, it's very important to me. I think everybody should value that.
Yeah.
Because too much of anything can be bad.
Yeah, I used to be a person who was very clingy and like just liked to be around people, but I've learned to appreciate my alone time. So for the reasons that y'all said, like getting lost in people, not feeling like now having to start over completely when somebody leaves, because it's like, okay, I was all about this relationship. Now what am I going to do? So I had to learn the hard way not to put so much into other people and learn to be by myself. So yeah. What?
He looked at this glass when he got finished. He like, damn.
It's all gone already? I'm glad you didn't do the slurp like Garrett.
Oh my
Got
God.
another cup.
Don't do my guy. Don't do my
He said,
We was like, nigga, you want some
you
more?
get that on here?
He like, no, I'm good. We like, no, you want some more?
don't do Mr. McKinney like
Clearly, you want some more.
Okay. If you could only save one, your mother or your significant other, who are you saving and why?
You definitely answered this one. But
Saving?
yeah, because I remember saying that I would save
Your mom.
my parents because I could replace my significant other.
I think it was something similar to this one. Because I wouldn't save. Oh, and I remember your answer too.
What's wrong? I would have answered that.
No, you can
No,
answer
it's
it.
not. No.
She already asked it.
Go ahead.
Oh no, y'all doing over
No,
there.
we go that way first.
No, you
You
go
next, to
ahead.
the
You
right.
started. You can start.
So I could save my parent or my wife.
Mm-hmm.
Mama, I love you, but it ain't looking good.
Somebody mama on here too.
I love my mom.
This your mama
Christine
Christine?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey mama.
Oh, it's a wrap for you.
Yeah.
You ain't coming to Thanksgiving, my nigga. It's a wrap. Bet. She like,
Mama,
Yeah.
I love you, but you know the natural order of things.
Yeah.
Once I said I do, that means that I can't.
Yeah.
You know, I gotta go with my wife. Like, man, you had 35 years together. Me and my wife on year 2.
Yeah.
So I gotta save her. I'm sorry.
That makes sense though. That makes sense.
I love you. I love you.
Yeah.
That'll never change. But if it came down to me having to save my wife and save my mother, if I can't do both, I gotta go with my wife.
Yeah.
I made a commitment and a vow to God for her. I was hatched by you.
I like that.
I respect his answer, like 1,000%, and I agree. I would do the same thing, just off the strength that, like, it sounds crazy, but you have more. She had my mama had 70 years on this earth already. My wife only had 35, and we, like you said, we made that covenant where, like, she my partner, like. Cause if she gone, then I'm a single parent, and I don't want to do that. No disrespect.
Right. And I'm not married, and that's primarily why I answered the way I answered the last
Yeah.
time. Like, they talking about a significant other, it's just my boyfriend. Like, like, okay, I can get another boyfriend, but I mean, if I agree with y'all as far as, and for your reasoning, like, once you commit to that person, that is the order of things, naturally. So,
Yeah.
but right now,
It's almost like who gets in the back seat.
exactly.
Right. I said me.
Solve
I
this
hate.
issue.
Y'all used to be tricky with that. Like,
Yeah.
Your mom and your girlfriend, your mom and your wife are both in the car. Who get in the back? Me. I'm gonna get in the back.
Said, good answer, son. Save my daughter.
See?
My mom tough like that. She asked,
How you say? Who know him? Because I don't want to
Dion.
That's
let
my cousin, Dion. That's my
Dion.
cousin.
Okay, Dion. We can call him Dion.
Yeah,
Hey,
Dion.
Dion.
Yeah.
I hate questions like that. Why do I have to choose? I'm saving both of them.
But
Somebody
you gotta
go.
choose.
The
You
thing
gotta
about it
choose.
is you gonna be stuck, and you stuck. You gonna kill
Is
both
Dion
of
married?
He's getting married. My cousin, hey, shout out to you, D, man. You getting married, and I'm gonna be there front and swift.
Don't do it. Reconsider. Resubmit. Sure.
Make your own contract.
Somebody told us I'm not hatched. Cause you talking about
Yeah, she has me.
She has to be.
Look how big I am. Y'all think I was birthed? Let's honestly think about that. I came out walking. I
doing push-ups, nigga.
Yeah.
That was all the question. Did you ask yours, Derrius?
No.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry.
Did we all answer?
I didn't answer, but but I said I would save my significant other, just because I know that I've had so many years with my mom, and it's time for me, and of course, if I'm married, of course, too.
Yeah.
I'm ready to explore what this is like with my partner, because this is now who we've both chosen to take these vows with. And my mom did her best to raise me, to pass me off to the man that who's going to be able to care for me. So, you know,
Bye.
Don't make it sound so bad.
Yeah, that sounded bogus.
Don't make it sound so bad.
Bye. Okay, bye.
Yes. Man, you know I love you, girl.
Go ahead, Derrius, with your card.
What is the craziest thing you've ever done? Do I gotta go first?
No, I'll go first.
I thought it was me.
We answered this.
Yeah, I know y'all have.
Because I'm trying to remember. I think I said something about pop-ups or something. I think we talking about pop-ups.
Oh, I said that wasn't crazy.
Yeah, you did that crazy stuff. Yeah.
But because I just did a pop-up the other day.
It was a good one. No, it wasn't crazy.
But it worked in my favor.
It
worked in my favor, but pop-ups still exist. Okay, I'm just saying. But the craziest thing. You got one on the top of your head?
I'm gonna have to go last.
Are we talking about like in a relationship?
I think it's relational.
I'm assuming.
Oh, okay.
So this is the. I usually keep my cool with in relationships, but I had one relationship where, first of all, I was drinking. So me and drunk JT are two different people. I'm getting there though.
Look, I said because I know.
We two different people, right?
Drunk Ken, she be lit.
Right.
Okay.
Nah, but
Ken be
I be grabbing my forehead when you said that.
It was about one of them times where like
stressing you out, huh?
Me and a girlfriend was going back and forth, and then she didn't believe me. She thought I was lying about an issue, and I wasn't lying about it. Then she started ignoring me, and like when you ignore me, like that released the crazy button, that pressure. So like, I don't think it was crazy. I didn't intend for it to be crazy, but let me tell you what happened. So I went to the crib to like ask her why the hell she not answering my phone calls.
So you did a pop-up.
I did a pop-up. That's why I was crazy. That's why I told you yours was crazy. I did a pop-up.
Was this in school?
Yeah.
In what school?
I don't even. We gonna talk. We talk about it later. Who it was?
We can do it today, but
yes, we can.
Listen,
did you walk over there?
No, I drove.
Did you go to the bus?
No, I drove over there, and I knocked on her window.
Damn.
And she ain't answered the window, and I knocked on the
window.
Yeah, because she ain't answered the phone.
That's a different type of crazy.
No, the door was locked. I couldn't get into the door to knock on the door, so I had to knock on the window.
It should be locked.
No, like the
people like you want to pop up.
He's talking about she was living in an apartment.
Yeah,
so he couldn't get through the main door.
I know what he's
saying.
What apartments was she in? Northern
College.
No, it was on Lincoln Highway though. Anyway.
Oh yeah.
He really trying to break it
down, bro.
I know it was.
All right, so long story short, people, I'm a big dude too, like he said, so I don't know my own strength. So I must have knocked a little too hard. And
on the window?
The glass shattered.
Oh, man.
But I pulled away. I left after that because I realized, like, you know what? That was crazy.
That's a bit much.
That was the craziest thing I ever done. I ain't never done nothing like that ever before or after.
You broke the window.
Well, I guess
that man knocked on the window. I did. I knocked real hard and the whole glass shattered.
You knocked hard as fuck for it to shatter.
It did shatter, and the police called my phone, but I hung
up. I guess.
But you hung up.
Yeah.
Yo, that mean I did no crazy command.
I said a papa, but I guess that situation that happened with downtown when I was in the street.
Oh my God! Can I tell this?
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna tell the part because at one point she was no.
In the street downtown, you think this is recent?
I don't know.
That's how you see me, Jason.
Because at one point you was hanging out the window as we was driving down the street, cussing this man out. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. Okay. So let me tell y'all the story. So I was downtown with a guy I was dating for his birthday, and his sister happened to be having a bachelor. We was at the Wit. I think we might have been at the Wit, but we weren't at Voo.
Oh.
We was at the Wit, I believe. But we was at a rooftop. They happened to be at another rooftop downtown. His sister for her bachelorette party. He used to date his sister's best friend. or whatever. So I forgot my ID in the car. So he goes back to get my ID, but he's taking a while. So I'm like, okay, what's going on? So I'm like, I'm finna go find him, y'all. So I went to go find him and see him talking to the ex in the street, and he was the godfather of the son, of the ex's son, and it was all weird. Anyway, so I'm like, I walk up and I'm like, hey y'all. I get on his shoulder like this. So what we talking about?
Assert yourself.
Okay, I did.
State
I was
your
like, so hey
claim,
y'all.
mark your territory.
So what we,
That's cool to me.
yeah, so I'm, talking or whatever. But anyways, so they ended the conversation. We go back in the party. But next thing you know, he's not in the party no more. And it's his birthday. And I got my friends there and everything. So I'm like, where does this nigga go? So his friends like, I don't know. Like, but then the guy she happens to be dating at the time was also going with him. So I'm like, these niggas went next door to the other. So I took everybody from the party with me. Left the party, went to the thing, and grabbed this nigga out the party. Security like, ma'am, you can't put. I grabbed him out the party, and next thing you know, we in the middle of the street and like, what was that? Where was that? I don't know. But we was arguing in the street.
Damn.
And I went to Miami the next day. I literally went from the club to the airport, got on the plane, and it was just wild. It was just a wild night.
Ladies, we don't like public things like that. Public
But it
violence
seems
is never good.
No,
It's
but
never good.
sometimes I feel like
No.
men be wanting that though because
It was a crazy.
especially I said sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes because at the end of the day,
why did you take
don't
me
do
there?
that. Like why would you do that? Why would you put me in this position to act a fool out here?
You got to keep it classy under all
We
circumstances.
can keep it classy.
You got to keep
You
it
can
classy.
tell me that
classy,
now, but back then, no.
But
nigga.
at the same time, don't be like that. Like if you want me to be classy,
How
too,
you gonna
at the
leave
same
your
time,
party?
I'm not taking for what he
No,
did. Was
right,
It was terrible.
exactly.
The bad
But
motion.
my response, it was my response, and I accept that. Like oh my rubber band just popped.
Girl, I thought that was a glass cracker.
Yeah, I did too for a second. I almost moved. You saw, I'm like, all right, now I'm not a witness to this.
It was my rubber band for my braces. Oh my god. Okay, I ain't gonna put that right there. But anyways, and it's always this side.
Damn public aid
First.
insurance.
So you done it before?
All the time.
Okay.
Damn public aid, man.
Oh.
I wish I was on public aid.
Just fucking bitch.
As much as that shit costs. I wish. Jesus.
My mama saying as crazy as y'all. I ain't broke no windows. I mean, I did a couple pop-ups, and I said this the same way the last time we answered. I did a couple pop-ups.
But that one story that you gave
You just
was
said that real
good.
casual.
And I said it the same way then.
No, when you said it, because you said you have
Was it
put
the
somebody,
Peppies one?
you printed somebody messages and put them on their door.
I almost said their name on here. Yeah, because
Same old
so it
name,
was
same
a couple. Because remember the time at Pepe's when I was cussing them in out
Mm-hmm.
too.
Peppies.
What's wrong?
Man, listen, I'm a person like, I don't like confrontation, but if you take me there and I'm telling you we don't want to have these type of conversations in a public place.
Yes.
Respect what I'm saying. Do not keep asking me the same thing over and over again when we in this public place, because now you taking me there.
Mm-hmm.
So now, the Pepe's one, it was about my birthday, and the person didn't want to participate in the festivities that I have for my birthday. Mm-hmm. They talking about it's for your friends, so you could just, it's like you should just do that with your friends. I invited you, so you should come. Mm-hmm. This ain't just my friends. I don't care who you bring, mm-hmm. but you should be there. Mm-hmm. And they came up to Pepe's because we had a discussion prior to this. Though they ended up coming up to Pepe's trying to have a conversation with me, and they wanted to like, come on, let's walk outside. No, I don't even want to have this conversation right now. So no. And then they went to talking, and I started going off. And this dude came walking up. He was like, yeah, this is the dude I'm cussing now. He was like, yeah, some dude walked up trying to tell you bye. And I just felt so disrespected because he see you cussing me out and he just speaking to you. I said, I don't even know what you're talking about because I was focused. Tunnel vision right here. Because you're not finna come up in this place. And I just told you, I don't like doing all this. That same day, we went to DJ's and I almost got into it with this girl.
Oh, yes. Wow.
Was finna fight this big chick. It was all bad. It escalated.
When you say big, not big.
bigger than her.
me.
And you was down for that, actually?
What?
Was you by yourself?
I was with her. She was walking away. That
was
girl.
she gonna help?
I was almost the cause. Was I the cause?
No. So the person that we went up there to see is a friend that she knows, and the girl
Like
was
them.
hating.
Mhm.
That's all.
She liked them.
She
and
didn't
was
even know
jealous.
who he was. And then she talking about them hoes. I said, okay. I said, who's she talking to? Badger, I'm already up there. Who's she talking to? She's about some you. Okay. So I started walking towards her, the security guard, like, hey, I said, you see her? She bigger than me. Like, this don't, I don't
He's
understand.
a
You went
bigger
aggressive.
person. What is wrong with y'all in public?
These are
These were
past
like
situations.
years ago.
We're
Good.
talking
I
about.
have
And
y'all
I've
moving.
done my, but
Still
see,
got
I
one
know, I do my best.
You wanna do your
It takes me a minute
Yeah.
to keep, like, it takes me a minute to get there, but I don't want to, it's like I'm trying not to disrespect you. I'm not using no disrespectful words yet,
Yeah.
but because
We have
you
grown.
want me to, right, I have definitely grown, but
I-
it's just understand what
You
I'm
just
saying.
mentioned
Don't
wine today.
push me.
Don't push.
I ain't a killer,
No
but don't
public
push me.
embarrassment.
Yeah, we don't
We,
do public.
no, I don't do public at all.
I got stuff to lose now, so I ain't
I,
really trying to do that.
I've came close to some stuff.
Okay.
I had stuff to
I'm
lose
like,
then, though,
look,
so.
So the question is the same thing for me, right? I gotta answer.
You
that.
gotta answer your question, yeah.
The craziest thing
The crazy thing you did. You ain't answered yet?
I did.
Oh, you
Yeah,
did?
he first.
I knocked a little hard.
I'm
sorry.
A lot of hard.
I'm gonna have to tell this story because it was actually kind of funny. I said we laughed at this the other day. For my 30th birthday, I took me and my wife to Dubai, and man, it was we was making it work, but we went to Dubai and we was celebrating my birthday. We had a nice room and everything, and I didn't know that their money is a little bit different than ours. So every dollar in Dubai every American dollar is worth 4 of theirs. So when the bellhop came and got our bags when we got to the hotel, I remember giving him $5, and he lit up like a Christmas tree.
Right.
So, okay, he brings the bags up, and he said, I'm gonna be assigning y'all floor, whatever you need. He's talking good English, and he was like, just let me know. So when he brought the bags up, I forgot I gave him another $5. So I guess this guy just thinking I got it like that. So I was like, hey, could you bring us another case of water? We kind of thirsty. It's hot here. We just walked all the way from here. He brought 2 cases of water. So I ain't had to give him no money then, but he kept coming back and asking if we needed something. And it got to the point where, okay, it's nighttime. Me and my wife in the room, you know what time it is. It's time for some adult things. So this guy comes again. And he knocking, and I'm like, I'm trying to, stay on point.
Literally. Oh, my.
But Buddy has just, I went to the door, got a robe on and everything. Hey, man, we good right now. A couple minutes later, he comes back. Now, I'm in a full sweat by now, and I just got so irritated. And I came to that door butt-ass naked. Open the door, A-Rap man saw everything. I'm sitting there, what's going on, my brother? Hot Jim, whatever. Whatever you are, man. Look, as you can see, I got something going on right now. I don't need no water. I don't need nothing. I gave him $5 more not to come back for a while.
Damn.
Like, it was just that critical. I just I think he would see enough to know I don't need help.
Yeah.
Unless you got a camera or something. Unless you trying to
record
this,
this,
bring the hygiene, whatever you want to do. But don't come back here. That was like, and my wife just like, no, you didn't, just. I'm like, he got the point, literally. He got the message. I'm sweating too. I'm at the door.
I'm sweating too. I'm in full weight.
When you out of the country, you do shit different.
You do balcony work.
Yeah, everything has to be crystal. It has to be on in that moment. You didn't come.
Your mama said, wow.
Of course, I'm sorry, Mom. I love you. But what you talking about? How you think I got here? But no,
that's why I said, wow.
Yeah, like that's true. Like he didn't come back for a while. But that was the wildest thing. My wife, till this day, will put her head down. I can't believe you did that. So
okay, that's a good one.
That was
I like
really
that
good.
one.
Yeah.
me.
That's a good one.
I understand.
Yeah. My stuff light compared to that. I
Okay.
just did a little arguing. That's all.
It says, my second one, if your credit score was a person, describe what kind of person it would be.
We definitely did that.
Yeah.
It'd be a white rich man. I ain't stunned. I ain't gonna lie
Nigga,
to
piece
you.
of-
I ain't gonna lie to you. It'd be a white rich man. I ain't gonna cap. That's it.
I think I said last time that it'd be me. Just me. Just me as a person. It's good. My credit score good. We good over here.
Might as well be an average person working on themselves. I working on themselves.
Let's move on.
Okay.
You don't want us to feel bad.
Man, my credit fucked up. I mean, I'm sorry. Man, I blame y'all, mom. No, I'm just playing.
No, listen.
Nah, man, I'm still getting some things together. That's kind of financial literacy at a younger age would have been more helpful than learning the Pythagorean theorem in school.
Facts.
Some things we didn't use.
Facts.
You know, it's a lot of things in school that we didn't use, and having financial literacy pays off now.
Yeah.
But I would have been further along had I not done some things in school. Had my parents not did some things while I couldn't sign my own name. You know,
Mine did too, man.
no, you got a few things that's going on, but now that I am married, I got things back on track. Because at one point, some places probably wouldn't even take my cash, but you know, we better now. You know, they're like, damn, you know, your credit score way.
I think sometimes you gotta mess up or have it messed up to learn how to fix it. Like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
mine was just like that. I had the parent shit. Like, my mom had a whole garage, kitchen, all type of shit in my name.
Yeah.
I'm getting calls from Home Depot. Like, bro, I was in the dorms. I'm like, I'm in Grant fucking North.
Yeah.
How I got a garage? So
Yeah.
I had to learn the hard way. But yeah.
Mine is just debt. Like this personal stuff,
Oh,
really.
yeah.
Because I like to buy stuff.
Yeah.
And I like to show people a good time, and I have a problem when I got a credit card in my wallet.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm very good with money. That's one thing. My grandmother taught us really good habits of having to do money, but it was just a few things. Like everybody got the student loans thing. I don't even
Yeah.
count that no more.
No,
I
me
just-
neither.
That's why I didn't even
Yeah,
mention
I
that.
don't count that.
We don't even talk about that.
Yeah, no. But
Y'all
like,
get that when y'all get it.
Nabia called me the
Yeah.
other day.
There's no way. There's no
I
way
don't
I can
count
pay you back.
Okay.
The plan is to show you that I understand.
Literally,
You
by
are
using this
You are
degree.
appreciated.
By using this degree.
You are
That's
appreciated.
my way of showing you I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
all right.
Wait, who does it?
That was me.
Oh, me.
Oh.
Do you consider flirting while in a relationship cheating? Why or why not?
Whew.
You want to go ahead? You want to answer?
Okay. I don't. Yes. 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 Because it's just like, are you trying to figure out if you still got it? Like, what are you trying to achieve when you're flirting? But it's just like, I guess what I don't know won't hurt me if it's not like, because I mean, how far is it going? Like, if it's just normal flirting, and I of course, ain't nobody gonna come home and tell me they was flirting with some girl, you know. So, but I was,
So, yes.
yeah. I feel like I'm on a yes.
You said the show over? Go ahead and click.
Go ahead, Derrius.
Flirting, is it intentional? Are you being intentional with the flirting? Like, there's a way. We're all adults. You know the do's and don'ts of being in a relationship, and I have to take it as my wife had to teach me this, to flip the script, put you in my shoes. How would you, if you saw me doing that?
Yeah.
How would you? But I was working out. I didn't tell her to come over there, you know. But she put her arm, she touched me. But you kept it going. You didn't brush, you know, stuff like that happens. But now, yeah, it is a form of cheating.
Pause on Instagram.
It is a form, and if it's definitely intentional, it can be a problem. And if it keeps going,
Let's see if it's working.
Yeah.
It's going in and out.
That's okay.
It's okay.
yeah, Wi-Fi.
I mean, but it just be Instagram.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
That's my turn.
Go ahead, yeah.
So, if y'all ever saw my page, I had this is like literally like I think my first episode. Is flirting cheating? And I said no. It's not cheating because cheating involves cheating.
Cheating involves cheating.
Cheating involves cheating. Look at the definition. It's not cheating. I think it's disrespectful. I don't think it's cheating though. It is disrespectful. I'm not saying it's respectful. I'm not saying it's something that I do every day. And honestly, times where like somebody I was with said I was flirting, I didn't think
Even
the
though
same.
you were.
I didn't think the
it's
same.
not intentional. It wasn't intentional.
Because the type of person I am
Your personality.
Exactly. My type of person I am, the conversations I have, like I can talk to anybody. I can make a conversation with anybody in any setting. Like I told y'all, I rent boats. So that means I see women in bikinis every day, all day. That does nothing for me. Like I could talk to you, have a conversation with you, you wearing a thong. I don't care. Like that, you ain't gonna get a rise out of me at all. I see it all the time. So to me, to some women, that might seem like, hey, he's being flirtatious because he talking to this girl and she got a bikini. To some women, they might be like, nah, bro, he handling his business. He just trying to get these bookings. So, I mean, me and my wife had disagreements about that before. Like we literally had this conversation. I'm like, and to her, and if she's watching, I don't know if she's watching or not, but like we had the same conversation. Like, I don't give a fuck about this person.
Yeah.
She's about to pay me $1,400 at the end of the day. But me just having a conversation with her about my boats and shit. Like, to her, I don't even know her fucking name, to be honest with you, sometimes. And it don't feel like that if y'all my client, if you want to rent a boat. I'm nice. But, like, not for real. Yeah. To me, it's just sometimes my personality, how and how comfortable I am with some people, like, it may come off that way. So, I don't think that's cheating, though. I ain't saying I'm trying to take you down, shorty. But I'm saying, like, hey,
you trying to get your business.
I'm thinking about this money.
Exactly.
And this money gonna
do
help.
What you gotta do to get where you gotta be.
Exactly.
You trying to sell.
It can be looked at a little bit differently though, because if you're talking to somebody and you know they might see it as funny, like I like to see my wife talk.
Yeah.
And if somebody compliment my wife and she say, "Oh, thank you, you look good," or "This looks good on you," oh man, I like that. Because that means I got something. Hey, you noticed that too? Boy, I noticed that myself. But now she stops and engages with this guy after the compliment. Now I'm going to pause for a second. I'm going to lean back and kind of watch what's going on here.
Right.
You know, but and then if I see a little bit more, then I'm going to have to come over there and assort myself and see what this really is. And I'm not going to check the guy.
No, it's not his fault.
Not him. No, you did what a man is supposed to do. You checked, you saw something, you went out there. I'm looking at you and see how far you gonna go with this.
Exactly.
Right.
Because clearly, the check's in my name. I can just go on in.
That's actually happened to
I'm
me
a flirt.
A man. So when I was with this one person a few years ago, it was at Promontory.
They probably can't hear you.
When I say the name.
Say the name.
No, we don't say names on here.
You talking about?
Watch it. Watch it. We was at the Promontory, and this guy, he came up and just started talking to me, and I'm like, but I'm gonna give him short answers. But my person is standing right next to me, and he said, hey, so this is my girl, this and the third, because after that, you got it. Because listen, I'm keeping it short. I wasn't even having a real conversation with you. I'm trying to bag my business. And he just trying to talk. And then he looked over, he said, hey, this is my girl. I'm like, there you go. I don't know. I mean, I feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, but I don't really know how to handle this.
Yeah.
So he took it over. I let it be. Hey, let it be. Man to man. I ain't got nothing to do with this after this.
Yeah. I think it definitely has to do with the intent behind it. I agree with Derrius. But I do flirt. But I think, so I'm like with both of y'all, because I'm a flirt. But I flirt, like I'm a flirt to get what I want too. But I understand if I'm in a relationship, how that can be perceived. So like what he said, I'm putting myself in the position of my person, what I want them doing this, or what I want somebody to see me doing this and then say something to them about what I'm doing.
Because the question behind that is, what happens, because even if you're not trying to intentionally get something out of it, what happens after this? Because what if that person is following on your words? And
when I think about unintentional flirting, I think about me not knowing I'm flirting. Like he said, and everybody, I'm a social person.
Right.
Yeah. So if I'm just out talking to people, I'm not flirting. You may perceive that as me flirting, but I'm just having conversation with you.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. But I know when I can intentionally flirt. Like hey, how you doing? You know what I'm saying?
Right,
like,
that's what I'm saying.
When I'm intentionally flirting, I know if I'm not going to do that while I'm in a relationship, but understanding that even my unintentional conversations can be looked at as flirting, it's something that I have to be mindful of as well, so.
Somebody did ask that
question.
too.
Oh, go ahead.
Somebody asked, what is unintentional flirting?
I just answered it.
Right, and I mean, actually, both of them answered
I
it.
think it's perception. Like somebody might see something that's flirtatious, but in my head, that wasn't my intention at all.
It's the intention behind
Right,
it.
at all.
Yeah.
Like, and then the type of dude I am, like, on some cocky JT shit. If we at a club together, which I don't go to clubs at all, but I think we actually going to one on Saturday. That's
In case y'all see his pictures, he wanted y'all to know that in case y'all wanted to call him out.
Yeah, hey, look. If you try to talk to her, I damn near let it ride if you buy her a drink, because I'm gonna take it. Like, she get the drink from me.
That's what I'm saying.
I've done that before.
Because I be getting all my friends drinks.
I've been with women I was with for real. And some dude trying to talk to her, I'm like, I text her like, give me a Jack and Coke. You know what I'm saying? And she'll tell the dude like, yeah, I want a Jack and Coke. And walk the cup over to me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad about that.
I ain't mad about that
Run this play, because we gonna run this man money up.
Good looking.
I love that.
Yeah.
You better use this beauty.
No, we gonna do that.
So,
I ain't
so
mad.
that brings me to my question: can women flirt unintentionally by something they have on? I mean, I'm just yeah, because I mean, what you might have on might be reversed.
Keke Palmer.
And
we can go there, but because I've seen.
We can, but
Kiki.
this is the whole thing. I also when you're dressing, I think it's the intention behind that as well. Like there are certain times when I'm getting dressed and I'm knowing, okay, somebody gonna see me tonight, but a lot of times I'm just getting dressed for myself.
Yeah, because there's a difference between being sexy and then advertising.
Exactly, there is.
And
so if you're advertising, you know what you're doing. You're going out there to get some attention. Yes, you're flirting with your attire.
So that's flirting. You just said
It's definitely flirting.
it's flirting, and you have somebody at home.
Mm-hmm.
So it's okay. Thank you, lady. She said it. Clip it. Put it on World
Yeah,
Star.
put it
I don't
on.
have to argue that no more.
No.
But
All the people that's following, you heard what she said.
But
It was women said it.
we brought up Kiki, so we might as well address it.
Yeah.
Like, cause I actually feel like even when I'm dating, I don't mind asking the person that I'm dating, is this appropriate? Mm-hmm. How do you feel about me wearing this? Because I feel like there's a certain way to present yourself when you're single versus if you're dealing with somebody, and that should be taken into consideration all of the time.
She got it.
But see, for me, when that whole thing happened, I just feel like, were you getting dressed at home? Didn't he have to see what she had on?
But she was in Vegas.
No, we said that with me and my little group chat. We said the same thing. Like,
I mean, I don't know if they went together.
Did she leave the house and you saw that? That's one thing. Also, I'll be like,
and she done walked out in cat suits and all this and all of that. So it's just like,
based off me personally, I feel like if you was to sell this house right now, right, and somebody bought it, you taking the for sale sign up. Kiki had that bitch on into the ground. That for sale sign, like, I'm still taking offers. Goddamn it. That's how I feel about it.
Because you said something earlier. You said sometimes people flirt to see if they still got it.
Oh,
Maybe that might have been her moment to see if they still got it.
And then at the same time, she a celebrity, so it's like you know you're in the public eye. That situation was all I know is I told motherfuckers my girl not gonna wear that shit. Point blank. Period. And if she do wear that shit, when you come home, I ain't gonna be there. Cause I'm finna be usher to somebody else.
JT, I feel like you would let her wear that. I feel like you would let her wear that if she was with you.
No.
Ash?
No.
Like, I feel like this is the thing.
Because
I feel like the guy I'm dating would let me wear that.
For the most part,
but I feel like I would not want to wear that.
But I'm just not. I mean, I used to wear stuff like that, but as I've gotten older,
ass cheeks out. Ass cheeks.
I've changed the way I dress. Like, no, but see,
it's cool.
She had ass cheeks out.
Cold water.
I'm not going for ass cheeks out. Like the way my relationship's set up, I don't know about you, brother. But like, if she putting on swimsuits, I need to like review it because I know that in certain areas that my wife is blessed in, and I understand that. And sometimes I want you to look a little sexy. It's okay, show a little cleavage. I see you got a nice booty, baby. Wear them pants. But she having a full thong in public. She having a thong leotard. Is that what it's called? The one
I thought it was like a.
That bitch snapped in the middle.
Back at it, 'cause I don't.
That bitch snapped in the middle, and it had that bitch about this thick.
Yeah, she had like a
thong. Booty was out. No,
I get.
You're not wearing
I
that.
think that even if she did, it's just the fact that it shouldn't have been a public thing that he made a big deal about. But see, at the same time too, it's
He was embarrassed publicly.
Yeah.
So I kind of understood it,
No,
but I wouldn't have did it because I don't like that.
But you wouldn't try to embarrass somebody who really don't get embarrassed on social media at least.
Because you're smaller than him. He's smaller than her. So
you trying to embarrass somebody who knows this business too,
right.
and then flipped it on him and started selling shirts talking about I'm a mother and some other stuff. So it just blew up. Like it's okay to speak on how you feel, but he probably should have just saved it for home.
That could have been private conversation. I agree. Who's that? Sammy. I agree.
What you reading?
Sammy. Whoever. Sammy.
So Jelon said, I feel like certain body types.
Jaylen.
It does not matter. Oh, Jaylen, I'm sorry.
Jaylen.
Jelon.
Oh, is it Jaylen?
Sister.
I feel like certain body types, it does not matter. It can be sweatpants or a dress down to the floor.
I agree.
It's the intention behind it and the boundary set within the relationship.
Yeah.
And,
I don't believe
and
that.
that's what I'm saying.
But
certain things that she wore before then, it's like now you're making a big deal about this. So is it really about the outfit, or is it about how she was up on Usher, and now you're trying to make it a situation about what she wore?
Somebody, I was listening to a podcast earlier, and they were talking about this. Because if you think about it, though, and I agree with this perspective, like, well, Keke Palmer's body has changed. Mm-hmm. So why if she would have worn that back then, ain't nobody checking for her. She's like a little boy. But now she got baby
mama in right now.
Okay, her booty, so her body does look different. So it's attracting a different thing. So that's why I'm like, you do have to consider those type of things. Like he said, his wife is, you got a little bit of extra here. If you wearing something that's going to insinuate that, you already know the type of attention that you going to get. Yeah. And you asking for it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And we should be able to wear what we want to wear, right. But there is a different type of you have to understand the situation you're putting yourself into, and if you have a man at home, what type of thing how that's making him look. Yeah. That has to be taken into consideration.
And I agree with this person. I think what Sammy said it. I agree with what they said, but at the same time, this is how I feel about it. If you got a fat ass, you got a fat ass. Like you said, it don't matter if you wear jogging pants, it don't matter if you wear a skirt, it don't matter if you wear a thong. My thing is, the same attention that you can get in that thong, niggas can see that in jogging pants. Mm-hmm. Period. So my thing is like, why you going an extra mile to show that thing? Like you doing too much. You're doing too much. Like I understand you. Like, and so with me and my partner, we talked about this whole celebrity thing. Because I'm going to keep it a buck. If Janet Jackson, Ashanti, Cardi B call me on stage, I'm going.
But that's what I said. And that's what I said. I said,
so I'm not
if you
that
gonna
mad.
do that, when Janet, and I was thinking this whole job, I said, if Janet Jackson up on the stage, you better show out.
But he ain't say nothing about Usher. He just said, it's the dress. He ain't say nothing about Usher.
But see,
me personally, I wouldn't have had no problem because she didn't do too much in my personal opinion.
It was just what she was
doing. If that was my wife, I'd probably be like, okay, it's
right.
Usher.
And it's Usher, right.
I don't want your asshole out. Like,
and that's what he said.
If she would have coughed too much,
but he definitely should have addressed it at home.
And so let me just comment, because we was answering a comment that and the Instagram didn't know. So the comment that JT was referring to, it says, I feel like, Sammy said, I feel like he shouldn't have said anything publicly though. Yeah. That could have been a private conversation. Yeah. And then Johanna said he makes himself look insecure by calling her out publicly like that.
Yeah. But obviously he is. And that's why he did.
Jesus.
All right. Next question.
Okay.
And we didn't even get to the real cards yet.
Yeah.
This has been for the last
few episodes.
The finale always long. Every finale we have been long the whole time.
Cool.
It says, if you didn't make $1 from today on, how long could you maintain your current lifestyle? Yeah.
But
yeah.
I mean, I got credit lines.
Oh yeah.
So we gonna just be out here until we
swipe.
So.
I'm gonna say not for long. Off the strength that I spend a lot of money, a lot of times. Like shit, I just spent $700 at the gas station today because I got a boat. I got multiple boats, but anyway.
You heard that? Multiple.
5 of them.
Multiple.
But I'm not gonna say for long. Although I could run up the debt if I really wanted to. I just said I got a platinum Amex card. I'm good. Like it's not in my name. It's my business name, so I can run that bitch to the moon. And I got 14 other credit cards as well. But if we just talking about like not being in debt,
yeah,
I'm not gonna do that for too long personally, because I'm very conscious of how much I got in savings, how much I got in this account, how much I got in this account, and I know the total number at all times. And me being me, that would stress me the fuck out. So I'm gonna say not for long.
Same. I don't have to put out an explanation.
Yeah, I have a terrible relationship with money, y'all. So, and I'm trying to make it better. So,
I think for me, I was raised to be good with money. My grandmother and my uncles really taught me how to be financially good with money. So
That's good.
liquid, if I had to put a dollar amount, I've always been taught to have at least 6 to 8 months of your expenses covered.
Yeah.
So I have that much in cash,
Yeah.
maybe in one account.
Right.
So the other accounts I shouldn't have to touch because I save in multiple different places because things happen.
That's
and
great.
we have to be able to make
Sound like
sustain. Me and my wife have properties, we have cars, we have different things, and we have to be able to sustain our lifestyle because nothing stops me.
Yeah.
Nothing's gonna stop. I travel, I do things, and I believe that if I don't have the money, it's like I'm at a red light. I can't go past. I gotta stop, and I don't stop. I don't slow down for anybody. Derrius always gonna keep some money in the shoebox somewhere. I'm gonna keep going. My family is the same way. We don't do anything half measure. We go full.
For real.
So,
I like it.
financial literacy is the number one thing for me. I'm not gonna use a credit card. I'm not with all this afterpay karma, with all these people doing financing damn shoes and shit. If I can't pay for it right then and there, I don't think I need it.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. So I'm just.
I use them because I don't want to pay for it right there, and I know I can.
Yeah.
That's the reason I use it.
So I got a different perspective on it. Like I told y'all, like I got 15 credit cards. But the reason
my credit card is building my credit score.
Exactly. That's one reason I do it. Also, if y'all don't know, like you can look up hella rich people, but they don't use their debit card. The reason why, like I swipe hella,
You don't
I
get
swipe,
anything.
you don't get shit from
You
it.
don't get nothing for it.
Like we took a trip to Jamaica. Me and my wife took a trip to Jamaica. Like that room I paid for with my credit card points. Like you know what I'm saying. So like I know how to finesse that shit. Know how to hit them bonuses and shit like that. And know how to manufacture. I could manufacture some spending type shit. I can show y'all how to do that shit later. We can talk about that offline.
But it's like, it's some of people, like, as a millennial, like, I'm not talking about us.
Yeah.
You know, some people don't think about the next day. You want to live for today, but you got to have something put up because cars break down. Transmission, tires, things happen.
Water heaters,
water heaters go out for buildings.
Air
and you got
conditioners go
tenants.
out.
You got to have some type of backup and some type of financial, putting on a credit card or something, or cash on hand when you're doing moves like that.
For sure.
Right.
So, and especially when you marry, because things happen.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, we got more of these cards. Are we good?
Nope,
Everybody answering?
none of those.
Okay.
And that water heater go out. Who your wife looking at?
Yo,
Yo, that's all you,
it's
baby.
broke, nigga, fix it.
So we get straight to the point. Okay, with the card.
I knew it. Here it comes.
Okay. No, so these questions now we're moving into are strictly for them. Sequoia and I are just going to comment when necessary, but not really. So tell us your experience with love. Either one of y'all go first.
I go first.
It's a general question.
My experience with love is rare. I always been like that. I've been rare with it. I probably told 3 women in my life ever that I love them. To be honest with you, I don't think it's something that you just throw around. It's something I take serious. Cause like when I say I love you, like I really mean that shit. And I could probably date it or mess with or whatever you want to say 100 women in my life, but 3 of them ever, like they got that love thing. And one of them was like my high school sweetheart, of course. You know, everybody had one of those. One of them was my wife, and one of them was another woman I messed with for several years. So like it's not something that I took lightly ever. Mm-hmm. It's not something I threw around. I never was that type of person that was in a relationship every fucking 2 months type shit. It's something that I knew, like, if I say that shit, I meant it. For real.
Have you been able to tell when you are receiving love?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's me when I receive love personally. Like I know the whole love language situation and all that, but like I feel like when that person is going above and beyond like the average, like you know what I'm saying, like I tell people all the time, I've told somebody this before, like one of the best gifts I ever received in my life. People might laugh at this shit. One of the best gifts I ever received in my life probably cost this person $15, and it was a shoe organizer. There you go. I'm drunk.
Organizer.
How you doing that?
Organizer.
Not the hardest word ever.
Hey, stop! Don't judge me. I've been drinking
Organizer.
since I've been on the line.
I heard organizer.
Hey, relax.
Organizer.
I couldn't get it out. But no cap.
Toe tag, it got you.
It
Beat
did.
you up, didn't
It beat my ass though. Nah, but like, yeah. Like but this person realized, like, damn, like she saw him. She just came to my house one day and she's like, damn, you got all these shoes. They're everywhere, blah blah blah. And she bought me this. She was randomly out. She's like, hey, I saw this. I thought about you, and I thought it'd be a great gift for you. Like, and I swear to God,
That's
like,
so nice.
it was $15 fucking, and I've had people buy me hundreds and thousands of dollars worth of shit, but just because you was thoughtful of that, it meant more to me. Like, you thought about me. So my experience with feeling love to me is like when you think about me when you don't have to. Like, yeah, you can give me something for my birthday. That's normal. You can give me something for Father's Day. You can give me something for Christmas. What the fuck ever. That's normal. You supposed to. Like, don't stop doing that if you're watching Ashley. But
you can say if she watching.
But the shit that mean the most to me is like it's a fucking Wednesday. I was at fucking Target and I saw this and I was like, this could be helpful to my man.
Aww.
That's what mean the most to me.
It's the heartfelt stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, Derrius, what's been your experience with love?
Well, I would have to say that I developed love from my grandmother. My grandmother raised me, so the love that I received from her was spilled over to me because her love for raising me and my brother, my older brother, was through actions. So I kind of live by the AA method, what I like to call actions and access. So my love is my actions towards you. You know, my grandmother, she cooked, she did a lot of things for me and my brother to see us succeed on in life, and it was through her actions, and I carry that now into love when I'm in a relationship. So my actions, I'm going to go the extra mile to make sure you're taken care of. I'm going to make sure that the home, the car, everything is taken care of. My access that I give to you is I'm giving you me. Everybody can't have the same access to me that I'm giving to you. So that's one of the main things. And love is not a natural state for a man. So the first person that a man normally loves is his who? Mom. Right. My case, my mother, my grandmother. Right. Grandmother was the first person I really truly loved and saw because she gave me something I didn't have growing up from a child. So for me to have that kind of love, and it was unconditional love, there was no intent behind it. She just naturally gave it to me and my brother. So access, actions, me doing what I have to do, and I think that my time, space is the access part of it too. So when a man gives you the actions, he gives you the access, that's his form of love, and it's a real deep feeling. And once he gives you that love, he'll never take it back. That's one thing I say. Any relationship that I had, like JT said, if I told you I loved you, I really loved you. And I'm not going to stop loving you. I don't love you the same. I switch you. I love my wife. You know, girl that I loved a long time ago, she's back here. Do you still, I still love you because I loved you. And it was not a natural thing for me to do. You did something, you connected with me, you brought value into me. That way I was able to make space for you to come in, and I provided love. You provided me love, and we're together on that. So don't cry. I see the hallmark in you guys.
That's just so.
I love both of y'all.
But it just makes me think about. Do you feel that women actually give unconditional love?
No. Me and my wife talked about that recently, and I feel that a man cannot be. I know a man cannot be loved unconditionally. Because if you're in a relationship, they're in a relationship with you because you can do something. You can provide, you can protect, you can maintain a lifestyle. The moment I can't do some of those things, you wouldn't be in a relationship with me. You wouldn't be around me if I couldn't provide and protect. If love was unconditional, it shouldn't be a homeless man on the street. Because they would be in a relationship with somebody. You love that person. You'd be in a relationship with anybody if it wasn't unconditional.
Yeah. I feel like I provide unconditional love.
Yeah.
A man cannot be loved unconditionally.
I've
Only by
feel
his mother.
Okay.
Only by his mother.
I hear what you're saying.
Because
I hear what he's saying. I really do.
I do too.
I get it.
absolutely.
And to a point. However, me personally, the women that I've said that to, I believe that they don't love me unconditionally. And the reason I say that, for example, when I started dating my wife, my current wife now, my only wife, my ex-girlfriend, funny joke.
You made it seem like
No, right.
There's another one.
No, when I started dating her, like,
I'm sorry.
keep it a buck, no bullshit. At one point, she made up 6 figures. At that same point, I made $15 an hour. I couldn't do shit for her.
Oh, I get that.
Shit. Like, I made $15 an hour. I was at the paint store. You know what I'm saying? Trying to match paints and sales and manage the store. I couldn't provide for her. So I truly believe that she loved me unconditionally because she saw, like, I said shit, like my thoughts, like, hey, I want to do this one day. I'm gonna be a boss one day. I'm gonna do this one day. I'm gonna do that. Whatever the fuck it is, she believed in me. She's one of the few people in my life ever that I feel like believed in me unconditionally to the point where, like, I can say, hey, you know what? I'm about to buy a car. And I'm about to buy a car tomorrow. And I know I already got a car. I'm going to buy another car tomorrow. I just want to rent that one out. That's $30,000 worth of debt, but I feel like I'm going to get it right back.
How long ago was that took place?
The car shit?
No, that you were making that money.
This is right to college, so this had to be 2011.
Okay, I get what you, and I not to cut you off. You making $15 an hour.
$15.
Your wife saw the potential in you because you finished school.
Right.
Yeah, she got to where she's at a little bit faster, but you finished school. You have the potential to make money.
Right.
And you're gonna do it. So now that's 2011. You think she'd still be with you if you was making $15 an hour right now in 2023? Right now? Would she waste that time and potential in her body and herself on that? Because that's a big thing that women do. They waste time on potential. And I don't think Miss Ashley would waste time on potential. If she's making 6 figures, you still bringing $15 in an hour in 5 years. Hell no.
I mean, if I wasn't moving, I wouldn't want her to. Like, I think you're a damn fool.
Yeah, it's a big thing.
If I wasn't, again, that's why I said I understand exactly what you're saying.
It's a condition.
I don't want shit because I told her the same thing. If you're complacent, I'm insatiable. That's my college word that I take with me everywhere. I'm insatiable. I'm unable to be satisfied. I don't get content. If she's insatiable, I told her that I don't want you to you need to do better. Mm-hmm. Whatever you're doing now needs you to do better. If you want to work and then do this and do that, I want you to always do better. So honestly, I'm not unconditional, I guess, because I'm the same.
I'm gonna say so. Then what you're saying is women.
Because
are women loved unconditionally?
If you earn a man's love, it was something you did and it's not conditional anymore because he's always gonna love you.
I agree.
You did something for him. You made value in that man, and it's not conditional. He genuinely loves you. It's not natural. I don't know why women can't see that. When they say a woman's love is stronger than a man's, I argue that point because we have to overcome something in us that's not
that
natural
vulnerability.
Yeah. And just like you just said about your $15 an hour, I got furloughed from the railroad right after school. I got that job.
Yeah.
I got my first railroad checks, and I thought I was doing it. I'm like, damn, I'm living in the I'm paying this cheap ass rent. And I'm a conductor, and I'm making good ass money. You know, after tax, I'm bringing $4,000-$5,000 home. A half, we call it a half, every 2 weeks.
Right.
I got furloughed. That money,
no work.
No, there's no work.
Right.
And I'm sitting there like, wait a minute, I'm back on and it got to a point where my wife, shout out to my wife for sending me money just to eat. And that was a bad time for me because y'all know me, and so I've always had money. I've always had a job. I've always took care of myself. So when it got to a point where I couldn't do it myself and she had to step in, that made me like, okay, she's down with me, but she knows that I'm gonna eventually get back on my feet. But she knew that at this point I need to step in and help my man. That's a good woman there. She didn't downplay, she didn't talk bad about me. She knew. Because when we was doing it, when I'm rolling, we rolling.
So how was that for you receiving that though?
Oh, it was the hardest shit because I don't like receiving anything from anyone. I don't like asking for help. I'll die before I ask for help. That's a pride issue, and that's what I have to learn in therapy.
I think that's a man issue.
Yeah, it's a pride. It's,
I think
sure.
it's
Pride
definitely a male issue.
Yeah, it's a male. Pride kills, and it's one of the hardest things. If I ask you for help, I'm exhausted. If I come to you and ask you for help, I've exhausted everything because I don't do it.
And that's what I think that's what a lot of people don't understand, and that's why like I have some friends that I consider blood, damn near. And if they ask me for help, I know in the back, I'm not gonna ask you shit.
Yeah.
If we're at that level, you live with my fucking shit before. For example, let's use Timmy. Timmy's one of the most private people I know.
Very.
If he ever just like, hey JT, bro, can you please send me $200? I'm not gonna even respond.
Hesitate.
I'm not gonna even respond. Here's the money. Because I know
here's $250.
If you ask me,
you
exhausted every avenue of that. It's because it's so hard for a man to admit that shit.
But that's the love you have for him, right?
Right.
That's the access you give to him.
Right.
Everybody don't have that kind of access to JT, right?
Yeah. So how do we as women get y'all to the point where y'all are comfortable asking for help?
That's hard.
Is that something we can do, or is that just like something we have to just accept that that's just not y'all nature? Y'all not going to get there.
The man has to kill the pride first.
Or should we just do it?
He has to kill the pride.
That's a good question too. Should we just do it?
Sometimes
don't. You'll overstep. And you'll put him in a position where, damn, am I an infant? I'm a child. No, you have to present yourself. Because when I'm doing some financial things, my wife will always say, well, what do you need me to do? Mm-hmm. That's her way of opening, hey, I'm willing to help you. Where do you need me to help? Babe, I got it. She'll see me stressed out like a motherfucker. And she know, like, okay, when we have those conversations, because we have this thing where we call honesty moment. Mm-hmm. And where we'll sit down and we'll talk, and she'll ask, check-ins. Honesty moment, check-ins, same thing. And this is what's going on. This is what I have going on. And she, well, how can I help you? And that's when I'll let my guard like, well, babe, can you take care of this? We'll use this money, or can you handle this? This takes me, because planning and having all that on your shoulders, it's a lot. It's a lot to carry, and it's stressful. Yeah. You have a child. We don't even have children. You have a child. Because like I said, when something goes wrong in our home, she looking right at me. And if I don't do it, and I feel like I can't do it, then I'll bring somebody in. But if she has to do it, I'm looking like, wait a minute, you overstepping your role. Yeah. So don't overstep your role. Let him be the man, but make yourself available.
And that availability looks like just saying, hey, I'm here.
Yeah, and if he's comfortable,
how can I help you?
Yeah, if he's comfortable enough, you all have a dynamic in a relationship. He's comfortable enough to go to you. He knows I can go to my woman.
He trusts you.
I trust you. She's not gonna look down at me. She knows everything I've done and what I'm doing. She's gonna help me. She's there for me, and that's what we need you all the most. Yeah. And some women don't know how to play their role. They think, I got to go out here and do it for. No. You. I wear the pants. You tell me what color. Yeah. That's how.
I think that sometimes. I think for the man, like sometimes I feel like maybe you gotta establish some sort of track record. Like the man feel like you got maybe establish some sort of track record. Like it's funny as an analogy I just thought about. Like every man that's watching this gonna agree. You ever put it down. You like she in the back of her mind. She know I got it. Mm-hmm. Even though these next 10 times might not live up to that first, she know in the back of her mind I got it. Mm-hmm. So like I established that track record with you, like where JT, you handle your fucking business. So if I'm coming to you, it's a slip up. Like something happened, I can't do it, and it's like you said, it's very hard for us to do.
Yeah, very.
I think it's like you said, like make yourself available. Oh, like Derrius said, like if you can say, hey, I understand that you're going through this, like. How can I help? What can I do to help? I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, there was a couple times where, like, I know you said overstepping, but to me, she just did it, and I kind of, like, just shut the fuck up with it. Like, I needed help, and she was like, she just sent me.
So you was drowning, and she threw that.
I was drowning. She sent me $500. Was like, do not send it back, because I would send that shit right back. I would send that shit right back, bro. Like, I can't do it. I'm like, no, I'm good. I figured it out.
And that's the pride.
That's the pride in me. Like I got this. I'm working my ass off to make sure we straight. Plus, like you said, I do have a kid now, so it's hard for me. I can't give you the answer to tell you what.
It's like,
I can't give y'all the
you
answer to
know
tell you.
why do you
What
have
can
to
you
allow
do?
yourself
Exactly.
to drown?
That's what I'm like. Why do
before
y'all
you ask for help?
Why is it
when
not
you
so
have somebody,
balanced?
right? When
Because
you have
it's-
somebody
it's-
that's willing to be there to show up for you.
I hear what you're saying, but at the same time, in the back of our mind, and it's because of how men are raised, that we will swallow the bullet before I ask for help. I would damn near drown before. Like, it's been times where like shit was fucked up, like, and I'm like, nah, fuck it, I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out, and it's you gotta get to that point. Like I said, those 3 women in my life that ever told I love you to, I got to that point where I was willing to say like, look, shit's fucked right now. I need your help, and that's the hard. If for me to ask for that, the thing is, if you ever throw that back in that man's face,
Oh, he'll never.
if you ever like bring that shit up negative in a negative
you lose
connotation,
forever. You said
he
it.
will never.
Never use.
Out.
Never.
That's my advice for any woman watching.
Don't ever
this.
do it. Don't
If
ever
you
do that.
Ever do that shit?
You've lost them.
If
forever.
a man ever break that wall with you and let you see that I have
Being
a soft
vulnerable.
point.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
vulnerable as fuck right now.
Yeah.
And you throw it in their fucking face, I will never,
Never
ever,
forget.
ever,
Never.
ever
Never.
ask you for shit again. I will fucking die
Yeah.
of starvation before I ask you for $1 to buy a burger.
And you have to.
I'm dead. That's how real it is for us.
Yeah.
And you have to understand the role of the man is to provide. So if I can't provide, I've lost part of what my responsibility is. So if I can't provide, I have to ask you, damn, what is my role now? That's the thing that a man sits down and think, because she knows, my wife knows when I'm sitting thinking, she can tell when I'm in deep thought about something. She knows me like the I tell y'all the story about how well she really knows me. But she can see that things are spinning. My wheels are turning all day long. And she be like, what's going on? And I'm not gonna say it, and she'll nothing. Goddamn, I'm one moment away from hanging myself in a noose around this mother, but and she's gonna help. But it's a pride thing. If I'm not able to do my role, then what am I good for? If I need you to fill in for me, what am I good for?
And I think it's a combination of how we were raised. It's a combination of like the mindset that's put into us, and now into 2023 with social media. Oh, you can't give me this, and what the fuck is you here for? Oh, you fucking me, but you can't buy me this. What you here for? That shit crazy.
But and I think that's a lot of women.
I hate that.
It's crazy.
Yeah, because that's a lot of women who look for men to just give. But actually, the natural nature of a woman is to serve.
Yeah.
And I truly believe that, and I think, and that's why her question was, what if you just do it? Because it's like we want to help, we want to be able to be there, but there's so many times when it's like I don't know what to do because he's not opening up to me,
And I don't want to overstep.
And I don't want to overstep.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a
So
fucked
it's
up
like,
spot to
so
be.
it's,
Yeah,
and it is, and
I
I literally was just talking to my therapist about this on Monday
Yeah.
because I've been in that situation recently. It's like I'm trying to help somebody who does not want my help because they say they don't need my help, but I can see that you need my help. Even if it's like, to me, it's like there's nothing I can really do in this situation, but sometimes it's just the benefit of having somebody on your side.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried being his peace?
Yeah.
When he's going through, because that's something that women don't know how to do today. He might be going through something, he might have it, but if you just came and just rubbed his temples, maybe rubbed his head and back or something
shoulders.
like that, and soothe his ass down, because that might go a long way. And then the thoughts will start coming like, damn, I'm calm, okay, I can think clearly now. I got a woman that's, seeing that I'm struggling, and she's just providing, and I'm not even asking, but she knows. So providing that peace, being there, making so it's a few things you can do without overstepping, and then that man will
Just being a
the door.
physical presence.
Yeah.
That femininity,
That
femininity, that energy that
Yeah.
we need. That a lot of y'all are switching from masculinity.
But for me personally, right now with my situation, like it's just I can't be that feminine energy because we live in separate places. So that would cause I would have to show up at your house without you inviting me because you're going through some things and not even allowing you to open up to answer the phone, to text back. Like you're shut off.
That man doesn't trust you. He doesn't trust you.
He don't trust you yet.
He don't trust you yet. I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm not gonna beat around the bush and say the politically correct answer for you guys. That man doesn't trust you yet.
Yeah.
You haven't made the space in him
He
to open up that comfortable to bring you in. He did, and that's just being honesty. Because if he was comfortable enough, he would open up to you and tell you. And then you can't. You have to be ready when he does that, and you can't throw that shit back in his face like JT said.
Sure.
Don't do that because you'll lose him forever.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna say he.
So
doesn't
right
trust
now,
you.
I just wait.
Yeah. Right now, you be you in the most authentic way until you earn that trust, and it's
Make
fucked up
yourself
as hell.
available.
But it's true as fuck. Like I'm 100% agreeing with what he's saying, because it's hard to go to that spot. It's hard to get that vulnerable. Like besides. Like me, like I said, we going on 5 years now. About to be going on 5 years. Like she probably, besides the death, she probably seen me cry like once. Like I can't.
It's hard to do that.
I can't do it. Like that's a deep.
And you probably remember the very moment you cried.
I know exactly when I did. Like, I'm telling you, like,
and that is not that is
like,
one of the most uncomfortable things when you shed a tear in front of that woman because you trying to be as manly as you can. Because I've been in situations. My father died. Yeah. And I didn't cry when she was in the bed when I got the phone call. That my father was gone. I didn't cry. She came. My wife has literally come to my job when Collins died. When Quentin died. When my stepfather died. I was at work for all these deaths. And she came down there because she didn't want me to see it on social media because she didn't know what I would do. She came and told me herself. Did I cry? No. I was angry, pissed, yes. Did I cry later on?
In the car by yourself,
man. When you gotta, and like I keep man, when you
in the driveway,
and that's one of the things I go to therapy for because I'll pack shit into a closet and I'll pack it. It's the Aquarius thing. Shout out to all my Aquarius out there. You know what I'm talking about. We'll pack that shit into a closet and we'll put it in there, and then one day when we open that door, it'll spill out. Like you said, you be driving. Next thing you know, I'm on the side of the damn road. Boo-hooing like a mother in full tears. I ain't got tents, so this big 340 pound grizzly bear is in. What the hell is wrong with that? Police will pull up. It's happened to me before. You all right? Like I'm sitting there shaking the whole damn car because I'm angry and my blood pressure's through the roof. Yeah, I've been holding it in, and it's not good. That is not good. Isolation, packing, not dealing with the raw emotions is not good for you. As a man, as men, we have to deal with that. You have to deal because then once you start packing, you're going to start punching. Then you're going to start punching the wrong people that's trying to help you. I have a problem with that with my wife. My wife is trying to be helpful. I don't want help. And then I start punching. Not physically, but I can throw shots that's emotionally, that's wrong. And it's not cool to do shit like that because she didn't do it. And my wife is very, very, very beautiful and inside and out. So when I see her hurting and I'm the cause of it, it does something to me. And so,
because that was
first of all, that was right. Y'all, this would be a long show. It's already 8:28. Okay, what's your motivation around fighting for love or choosing to stay?
What's my motivation for fighting for love or choosing to stay?
And I.
My motivation for fighting for love and that shit is like I said, it's rare. If I talk to, dated, been with, whatever, I'm 100 girls, only 3 of them ever got that title of I love you from me. It's rare. I know it's not something that I can find every day. I've dated women before that only I could tell that's only after materialistic shit. They're like, oh, you doing this, that, and the third. You can pay for this, that, and the third. I'm like, no, like I can, but I'm not doing it because I don't want to type shit. You know what I'm saying? I know it's rare. I know it's not easy to find. I know that she's not easily replaceable type shit. You get what I'm saying? I see what's out here. I see that women, there's some women, I'm not saying all women, I see that there's some women out here that's like, well, if you can't do this, that, and the third, we don't need to fuck around with each other. Like, I know that it's deeper than that. And I tell everybody, like, how I knew personally, like, this is somebody I'm going to marry is because this person, my wife was living on fucking 79 on the south
Ooh,
side.
in the 9. That's what
She
I'm
was on
talking
the
about. I
9,
like
bro,
that.
you know
On
what
the
I'm
9.
saying?
That's
And I'm
my
like-
type one. Like,
I'd rather you come in these suburbs with me and take away my freedom. I had a bachelor pad, bro. I had a big ass crib, big ass living room. I can have girls in there any day I want.
Mhm.
I'm willing to give that up because I
sure
want
you're
you to
safe.
feel safe.
Mhm.
And that's how I knew personally. I can't speak for everybody else. That's how I knew personally. Like, damn, I really fucking love this girl. So I'm giving that shit up because I don't want you to be in danger. So that's how I knew like my shit was worth fighting for, and that's why I know like that shit ain't common. Like I said, if it's 3 out of 100, that's 3%. That's not a good fucking number.
For me, I knew it was worth fighting for is because we took some steps in our relationship where my wife knew I needed help. I needed a therapist, and she found somebody. Not only just for me, but we had a couples therapist before we got married. So that was one of the major things for me. She knew that I needed help, and she found help. And not only that, I was open to getting help.
Yeah.
So now I knew that once I go to therapy, I would have to unpack a lot of things that happened over my life that I buried that I don't want to talk about.
Yeah.
So you're talking about from childhood, teenager years that I have to go through again and relive, and that's going to be hard. But because I love you so much, and you've made value in my life, I'm willing to go through this. But it comes with a flip side because there was some resentment because you're making me go through this, and you're going to see that I have to go through some things because my therapy I put this on Facebook. My therapy sessions was at my house, and we was always in the basement. And the guy asked me, you're like, Mr. Warren, why are we always down in your basement when you go through therapy? Are you hiding from your wife or something? I said, no, I think it fits because my life, I really started from the bottom. And, Drake made a song about it, but I'm really from the bottom. Like, I've seen some things in my life that I know where I came from. So in order for you to help me climb up out of here, we got to work together, or else we wasting time. So if you want me to come out this bottom place in my life, we got to work together. So, and I carry that what I've learned in therapy into my marriage. And me and my wife have this saying that when we're at odds or when we beefing, she's the op sometimes, I might not always like my wife, but I love my wife. And she's the same thing because I am no walk in the park. I love the hell out of my wife. I might not like her.
Yeah.
But one thing we know and one thing we always say, nobody's coming through that door at our home to save our marriage. It's you and me, baby.
Yeah.
This is just, that's why I put it out. It's just us. It's just you and me. Nobody's coming through that door to save Diamond and Derrius. If you ain't in this fight with me, if I'm not in the fight, this is not going to work.
Wow.
And so you have to literally get in the ring and be ready to fight for somebody that you want to be around. And there's going to be times, marriage is no fairy tale. It's not a fairy tale world all the time. I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah.
You're not sleeping hugged up every damn night. It's not. It's first off, I'm big. I get hot. Touch me. Move, motherfucker. Move. Yeah. But no, that's beside. But, it's going to be some arguments where y'all might not sleep in the same room. And mother might be out on the couch. We live in a 2-unit. We bought a property that's a 2-unit. And sometimes, that other apartment is useful. You might have to go down there and have some space.
That's smart, man.
And we have their moments. And then it's some uncomfortable conversations are the best thing in a marriage. Because you have to fix that problem. You have to address that problem right away. Because if you let something so small grow, it's going to grow into something that could have been avoided had you addressed it. But that comes from 2 mature adults understanding that there's a problem. We have to communicate it. And you said something earlier that I learned in therapy that you have to process. You are given time to process something. You might need your space, but you can't take all damn day. And you can't take several days. But it has to be addressed for you all to move forward. Because if you don't move forward, what are you doing?
Woo, child. Y'all been.
And y'all is
I'm
going
just over here just
today. I just love it.
kind of make me emotional.
I mean, like I said, I love marriage. I love being married, but it comes with you have to put on some gloves some days.
Yeah.
Because I literally leave in the morning and I might not see my wife all day. I literally work a schedule for the railroad that is just beneath the human nature.
Man.
Like, I'll leave in the morning with her, and whatever time, and I might not get back. She be in the bed already.
Yeah.
I went to the gym. I did every single thing. So if we're beefing and we're already separate, we don't see each other. That takes away from the dynamic of being together.
Yeah.
So it's really her. So it's days I really miss my wife, and then there's some days where I'm glad I am at work.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
I'm glad I got to go out because
Yeah.
she is tripping.
But like you said, but it takes two intentional people.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
two
You
people
have-
willing to fight together.
Yeah.
Like, and that's what was key. Okay. So how do you balance platonic relationships with the opposite sex when in a committed relationship? So in y'all marriages, how do y'all balance relationships with
Female friends?
females?
Basically, that's what you asked. Female
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah, that's what you asked about. I think it's easy for me. My close female friends, they all know her.
Mm-hmm.
She, like, my birthday was last week, by the way, so feel free to send me
Happy
a gift.
belated!
Thank you,
Yeah, I
July
definitely
8th.
wish you had birthday.
Appreciate it. I know, you did. But like my platonic female friends, she knows I started that in the beginning. I think that's something you gotta establish early. If you have those, I have like 3 really deep ones where like we've been locked in for 10 plus years, and I'm like, look, this has been my homies since 2007. I have no sexual attraction to her at all. Like, her husband, I know her husband. Her kids, I know her kids. Like, so she invited them to my birthday, and then I didn't know about, like, type of thing. So I feel like if you have a platonic relationship with the opposite sex, your partner needs to be fully aware of that shit and fully comfortable with it.
Yeah.
To the like I want you to be. I'm 1,000% comfortable. She can call. I have probably three platonic friends. She has all their phone numbers. She know their husband's numbers because they all 2 of them married. Honestly, one of them's not. She know their husband numbers. She know the other one, their kid name, all that shit. Like, I'm like, you really gotta be out there. I do have platonic friends. I have other platonic friends too, but like I have 3 that like they might call me at 10 p.m. and I'm like,
it's crazy that 10 p.m. late.
But it is. We 35
It's
now.
wild.
Yeah.
We 35 now. I'm like, look.
Calling me at 10.
Baby, I'm trying to be in the bed by 9:30. Why is you calling me this?
I'm like, look, that's Jasmine.
We used
She's
to,
like, oh, okay.
we used to be pre-gaming at 10 o'clock. Now we
Hey,
got
Nigga, what?
Wait for bed.
I wasn't getting to the club till midnight.
Okay, we was just starting.
Now it's 9:30. I'm like,
Can't sleep at midnight.
unless you
Come on,
tell
what
up all
time
like,
is this party over?
Man, I don't even
Shoot.
like night parties. Take me to a
Okay.
night party so I can go home.
Oh.
that shit not over by 7.
Yeah.
Then
You-
it's
we're
done.
Brunch is
done.
all day.
We're done.
Brunch for me.
Yeah.
It's brunch for me.
And then when we gotta wake up, like I can still party all night because I don't drink really, so I can still party, get up and do what I gotta do in the morning. But in college, that was normal life, man. We partied all night.
4,
Like
5.
Who did we think we
Didn't go to
were?
sleep.
Went to class.
In
Went
class,
to work.
hungover. At work, hungover.
Class.
Hated it.
At Stevenson
Why would I
trying
do
to
that
fry
to myself?
something. I'm standing in front of a
Wild.
grill or a fryer at Stevenson, hungover, smelling like straight everything.
Straight Sebeka.
Everything. Oh.
Ew,
Everclear.
Oh,
Skull vodka.
Skull vodka and
y'all
lemonade, that's my
nasty.
shit.
Oh my God.
Amsterdam.
Damn.
Come on.
That damn.
That damn.
What was the
Okay.
question?
Oh.
Platonic relationships.
Yeah, how you handle platonic relationships?
Well, I have more female friends than male friends, and my wife knows that there's some say like you have 3, I have 3. That's a major key, and my wife knows all these people. She knows who their husband knows, and she's actually become friends with them.
Okay.
So I don't hide anything from her. So you know that there's some friends that's close to me, like my ace, Ronette. Ronette can call me 2, 3 in the morning and say, "Hey, me and Ty, we stranded somewhere." And she know, goddamn, I might curse over the phone, but I'm getting my ass up. As she's saying it, I'm putting on clothes and shit. Down, get your ass up. You coming with me too? But you know, I have friends that are really close, that are family.
Yeah.
And,
Shout out to Ronette. I fuck with you too, Ronette.
Ron,
I
it's
love
a,
Ronette.
yeah,
Hey,
it's a
girl.
few. Ron,
I'm school, huh?
it's a few other ones that are really close to me near. You know, Juju. I'm even Sheena Shaw. I have a lot of good conversation
Sheena
with
girl.
Sheena
We were just talking
Shaw.
about Sheena Shaw.
And Sheena Shaw, because we did not like each other
Hey,
in
baby.
college, but she's really a dynamic person, and I regret that I didn't get the chance to know. I don't know what we was beefing about in college. I don't know what,
What'd
but
you say to her?
it's always me. But yeah, but she's
Probably.
a really yeah, it probably would. But she's a really dynamic person that I really enjoy talking to. And she was at my wedding. It's a few other ones, but you have to balance where you don't hide anything from
Exactly.
the woman. Hey, this is my friend. This is and you introduce. You can come to the gatherings, and I try to take my wife to places where I know they're all gonna be. So when we have party or something like that, she knows who to invite. Dominique, Charlotte, a couple of my close friends, so she
Y'all
knows
ass
these
old.
people. What you say?
He reads
Somebody said y'all ass
Greg.
old.
Yeah,
That's
come
Greg.
on.
Hey, Greg.
Which Greg?
Greg Keith.
Yeah,
My nigga.
yeah. Gregory Keith.
Gregory
Hey,
Keith.
Greg. It's a
My
long
nigga.
time. What are you doing? So, what are you doing?
Yeah, but you have to introduce these women early. Don't make no surprises. 'Cause,
Yeah.
I mean, they come out of left field. Well, who's this?
No,
Okay.
yeah, that's my friend.
No, I've
So
had all
it's the
these.
transparency.
Yeah,
Is
you
it
have to be.
Tic Tacs? What is that?
Yeah, pretty much.
Mints.
One.
No.
Like they
You look
disgusting.
crazy.
No.
Stop.
Did you ask your question?
Not
Okay,
yet.
go ahead.
You just answered?
I got a new one.
Oh, okay. How important is healing in the person you're choosing?
That's a good one.
So, what do you mean? Like,
So
they're-
that-
So
They're
how
healing.
they're healing. So how if they come to you, how much of their healing either needs to be done or they need to be doing for you to be able to want to be in a relationship with them or continue a relationship with them?
Their accountability, basically.
So you know they're hurt. They're dealing with something, and they're coming into a relationship. They're bringing that baggage with them.
Well, I mean, or what if there's
Just-
triggers though? Cause
Yeah, so their baggage.
Yeah.
So how important is the healing of their baggage, their past trauma, the healing of that trauma for you to
And-
move forward with them?
And before you answer, somebody said, should they already be healed? So nobody's gonna be fully healed when they come into
You should
relationships.
let them answer
Yeah,
first.
but I'm just speaking in a general.
That's why you should let them. Yeah, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but
Because maybe they was going to say they do need to be healed.
Nah,
do you think every person's gonna be
they're not.
healed? That's what I'm saying. It's just
But some people think that. That's why that person asked that question.
I
'Cause some
think-
people think people are going to be healed.
I think everybody's gonna be in a different
Age
Part-
and maturity.
a different
comes
part of
in
their
different
life,
Parts of their life.
a different part of their life, a different part of their journey, with different things, different aspects. But I also believe that I don't think there's nothing wrong with a person having a boundary of like, I'm not dealing with that shit.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think there's nothing wrong with that, because like I seen it was I think it was like an Instagram post or something. He was like, the dude was like, I don't give a damn why you're masculine. I can't fuck with you because you're masculine.
I think I know who you're talking about.
You know what I'm saying? He was like,
Yeah.
I don't care what you went through. I'm not dealing with that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
seen that
I'm-
same
I-
book. But he's
because
saying you're
he-
40 something. Because if I came to you at that age,
Exactly.
you would look at me like, you take your child, go deal
Right,
with that.
deal with that first.
Yeah,
Like,
deal with that
so
first.
I don't think I don't judge anybody for having a certain standard that they want to stick to, because every person is different.
Yeah.
You might still be in your healing phase in the beginning of your healing phase with whatever childhood drama, whatever you're dealing with, and you might be okay with this person being at that level. But if I'm at a level personally where I'm up here, like I'm past all that, I got through all that, and I don't want to start over with you.
Yeah.
That's my preference. Just like,
Yeah.
and I think it's just as valuable as motherfucker, you too fat, you too skinny, or you too tall, you too short. It's your fucking preference.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's nothing wrong with a person, depending on where they're at in their life.
So you
Like,
personally, where would you like how important is that for you though?
I mean, where I'm at in my life, like I feel like I'm past a lot of that shit. And if I had to deal with somebody that's still dealing with like some base, of course I'm married already, but if I was dating somebody and I was dealing with somebody that was still in the beginning stages of that shit, I don't know if I would possibly be able to handle that.
Yeah.
To be 100% honest with you, and I'd be transparent, and I will be transparent with that person and let them know, like, hey, you're going through this, that, and the third, and I respect it, and I want you to go through that journey, but we're not on the same page. We're not on the same wavelength. And I don't think that's not. I'm not downing you for that. I'm not saying that I'm better than you or vice versa, but I feel like we're not currently on the same wavelength, and that's okay.
Yeah,
it's happened. Like just like I've dated younger women that were still into they club phase. They want to club and party all day. Y'all, we went to college. We all went to college together.
We did.
Yeah.
We did all that shit together.
Hello?
I'm cool.
tired.
Baby, like, look, bitch, it's 10:30. Lay down. Lay your ass down. Why you up?
I'm not jumping on top of the bar no more.
I'm not doing that goofy shit. We're not
no
taking
more.
27 shots, bitch.
I'm
Like,
not doing that
I'm
shit.
cool. You still dealing with some bullshit. Like,
I don't go to $2 drink
and
nights
I
no
don't
more.
think there's nothing wrong with that. Like,
I'm not wearing this.
Where is the band? Where is the poetry?
right?
Yes.
I want a nigga
Give
on
me
the.
an open mind.
Give me a
me
nigga on
to-
the. I want a
take me
nigga on
to
the
the
best
comedy.
guitar.
Give me some
Give me a nigga on the best guitar.
Yeah.
The comedy show, the step
Give
up
me a-
class.
Right, I want to go to
Come
improv.
on.
I don't want to go to the club.
Okay.
Like,
Everybody
but
got
Take me to some music.
Everybody got a suit jacket
Listen.
on where I'm at.
Right, it's
With
nothing
the after
wrong with-
five button.
Listen,
there's nothing wrong with identifying that. Like, maybe y'all
Yeah.
just different.
yeah,
Like,
I like that.
I've dated women in their young 20s, and I'm like, look, I'm not going to no club.
No, I'm not doing
I'm
that.
not buying no fucking section. I don't give a fuck. Like, we could be at the crib watching Hulu, and I'm cool.
Hello.
You know what I'm saying? We are having a great night. Like, shit, we did that the other day. We watched Liar. We was having a great fucking time.
Okay.
Yeah, we watched
Liar,
a
liar,
great
that
fucking
shit,
time.
though.
That shit funny as fuck, right?
Yeah, liar.
We had a great fucking time, but like,
Oh, come
so
on.
What about you, Derrius? How important is healing in a person you're pursuing?
Well, from young, I'm only gonna use my wife.
Okay, yeah.
We were able to grow together.
Mm-hmm.
So we both come from a background of both our parents are divorced. We're divorcee children.
Right.
But the only thing is, my wife was able to see her mom and dad in the same house together. She was raised in a 2-parent household. I wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
So that's baggage within itself. I've never seen my parents together. They were legally married and had a whole nother life. They both was too cheap to get a divorce.
that shit's expensive.
It's a long story about that. But my wife saw her parents together, and then she saw them divorce.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So that's baggage going in for both of us.
Mm-hmm.
So we were able to grow together and understand each other, and that's what makes us fight so hard in our marriage. I want a household where we're together.
Mm-hmm.
I want our children to see that we're together every morning, because I never experienced that.
Mm-hmm.
And I still carry that to this day. Whereas my wife, she's fighting to keep that because she saw that. She doesn't want that to be broken apart.
Right.
So I understand that, and I understand that that's a journey that we have to take together to fight to keep together. So, and there's a lot of emotional baggage that I've had. Like I said, I go to therapy, and I'm working on myself because she saw that I was worth the fight, that I needed help. So she got me the help. So I'm at a point in my life that I am 35 years old. So to start over with somebody, I wouldn't want to do it, but I have to understand where I came from, where I'm going. So if you want to be on this journey and I have to start over with something, God forbid, I don't have to do that. Act right, wife.
Act right, Diamond. Stop playing.
Don't play them games, bro. But I would be open to doing it. But right now, I like who I'm growing with and the direction we're going, and I know where we came from. So we've made a lot of progress. And like I said, I encourage all black men, man, get help, because it's a lot of stuff that you have packed in that you need to unpack.
I love it. Great job, guys. Any comments before I ask the next question?
Okay. Ain't nobody saying that.
Are you attracted to a woman's mind?
Hell yeah.
Talk
Hell,
about it.
hell yeah. I would say, hey, hell yeah. I really believe, no cap, I've dated some of the most gorgeous women ever, in my opinion. Like, I'm not gay. I'm not telling you whatever. I like women, okay? I've dated some gorgeous ass women. But it's women that I have dated, and I hear how they think, and I'm completely turned off. And there's women that I've dated who some might find not as gorgeous as some of the women that I'm thinking about. That to me, they was the shit because I like how they think. I'm so attracted to your mindset. Like, I talked to this girl, and she wasn't the finest ever, but her mind was like, hey, yeah, I just bought this building. I'm doing this, that, and the third. I'm finna open my own this. I'm finna da-da-da. I'm like, damn, that shit's sexy as fuck to me.
Okay.
Like, well, my wife is a fucking, she works a full-time job. She's an amazing mother. She spends a lot of time with my kid. Oh, I want to open my own business. And then once I open my own business, I want to expand and do this. But that's the shit.
She was like, let's go make another baby.
That's the shit that turned me on. Like real shit. I've legit can say that, like, no hesitation. I've dated women that honestly I thought was damn near out of my league. Like, you fine as fuck, but you so damn dumb that my shit ain't working right for you, G. Like, that shit over.
I can't get it up.
I gotta go get me a blue chew to fuck with you, cause I can't fuck with you. Like, I need a blue chew, gas station seal. I need all type of shit to fuck with you. And that's real nigga shit. Like, your mind can make or break you. In my book,
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck how fine you are. If you a dumbass, and I was literally just talking to my wife about this. Like, it was somebody in college I was infatuated with. I actually got to know her, and I'm like, she the biggest fucking turnoff I've ever met. Like, she's an idiot.
Wow.
And I wouldn't even want to kiss you, bitch. Like, you're disgusting to me. Like,
damn, I need to know who this was.
I'll tell y'all later.
Okay.
I need to know.
And I've always said that if you're dating or trying to attract to a beautiful idiot, it just makes you a handsome dumbass. So I can't go. So for the mindset, I have to be able to communicate and have a conversation with you, because physical attraction is number one for a man.
Yeah,
You
right.
like physical attraction, but once all that is, gone or whatever it is with the physical, I have to be able to talk to you about other things. I have to be able to sit down and do this, because if we can't do this and I'm just looking at you weird all the time, it's not going to work, because you're not stimulating this part of my brain, and we're just here. And I don't like just existing. I like to be able to have intellectual conversation. I like to laugh, and I like to change it up a bit. But if I can't do that with you, there's no purpose for you.
Yeah.
There's no value. I have to have a woman that has value. If you don't have value with me, then there's no relationship.
Wow.
I agree.
Okay. Listen.
Everything you said is true. Because I'm the type of dude, I've went to Dominican Republic, I went to different places around across the world, and I've seen some of the most beautiful women in the world. But that shit don't do shit for me, because I'm like, she probably a dumbass. She probably a dumbass with bad credit and no money. And I'm not stimulated by that shit at all.
And like I say, your physical appearance is where men are visual. So
Yeah.
I have to see you.
Yeah.
People are visual.
Yeah.
But men more so. We're gonna look at you, because when I saw my wife, like any other woman, I'm looking like, oh yeah, I'm like the Terminator. I'm boom. All right, there we go, baby. I see you.
Right.
And then it's in the Matrix from there.
Yeah.
And we just flying like Neo now, baby.
Right.
On Instagram, they said, hey, y'all should show up for Kyrie's comedy show tomorrow.
I know about Kyrie.
Is that Kyrie who said
Yeah.
no?
I know
Oh,
Kyrie.
Thea.
And
I
then
fuck with
she
you,
said-
Kyrie. You
I
watch-
might
He not-
slide
it's not him.
Thursday. I heard about that.
It's on Thursday, yeah.
Yeah, I might go
And
there.
then she's also said, what about their minds? Y'all not the blue chew. I've never heard that.
You
Sophia,
never-
not you
But-
going back and
You
forth
watch
between
YouTube?
Facebook and
And then-
Instagram.
Do I, what you say?
So you don't watch YouTube?
Man, my
I mean, I
man.
watch
Blue chew.
YouTube.
Is it
but
like
I
the
don't
honey
see nothing
one?
about no blue
Is
chew.
it like
I heard
the
about
honey
the honey
pack?
pack. I heard about that. I heard
That's
about the
just
honey
nasty.
pack. I shouldn't
Look,
even laugh because then Thaddeus said mindset can be a game changer. It doesn't
Facts.
always have to be technical or financial, but even the way they show up, adaptability and
Facts.
compatibility with me personally.
Thanks. You said, what about that mind? How they think?
Survivally.
How they think? I mean,
My wife is like, the way her mindset is, she's put family to her first. Us first.
right.
And that's a real good mindset track, because I'm putting us first. Now, at the same time, I know that my wife is going to handle the business, and she knows I'm going to handle the business. But if I didn't trust her, because her mindset, that would put a lot more pressure on me.
Yeah.
I have to do everything. I got to do the thinking. I got to handle all
But
that.
you know, if you don't, she got it.
Yeah, she got it.
Yeah,
Right.
for sure.
And it's to answer the other person's question about, like, what about the mindset? Like, there's women I've talked to that they can live in motherfucking Harvey, Illinois. If y'all know anything about Harvey, motherfuckers don't want to live in Harvey. That's real shit.
Absolutely.
But they talking about something. Can
I
you
live
buy
in
me
Riverdale.
these Hermes shoes?
Yeah.
Why the fuck is you thinking about Hermes and you live in Harvey?
Harvey.
You need to figure out how the fuck to get out of Harvey. You feel
They
what I'm
doing
saying?
some things in Harvey now. My best friend, the chief of staff in Harvey.
Oh shit!
Yeah, they
bro,
still get
the
your ass
Davis
shot in
election
Harvey.
looking at.
Nobody's
My-
still-
My point is,
They,
like
they working on it.
it's people
That's
that
good.
they priorities be fucked up. I know women with multiple kids and multiple baby daddies, and they worried about let's go to Miami. Like, no, you need to figure out why the fuck this baby failing math.
How are y'all going
Like-
to Miami and some people only making like $15, $10 an
That
hour?
shit-
I
Miami
can't.
cheap.
I don't get how do y'all have time? Like I make good money and I can't.
You
even
said
go
Miami
out.
cheap?
It can't depend
No,
on
the
what
fuck
you're
is
doing.
not.
When
Depending
I
on
went
what
to
you're
It depends
doing.
on
I
the
don't
way
know how
that
these
trips
people
have to
keep
be
going.
planned. You
Yes,
have to have
I'm a good
if
trip
it's a group
trip
trip.
planner.
You stay in an Airbnb. Everybody splitting the cost, and then it's not that much to split it.
Airbnb's damn near the same price as hotels now.
I don't know.
Everybody can stay in one place. We get
Maybe it's when
meals.
you travel with women because you
Yeah.
can share beds.
Yeah,
No,
well, I
it's
heard
a lot of stuff we
women
don't
trips
care
don't
about.
work out too right.
Yeah, it's
all-
And
always
it's
a
so,
hoe.
you know what? But no, because that's happened to me before.
It depends,
But
yeah.
that's
Always a
another
hoe.
story.
And y'all fuck up.
Um,
Be 7 women in a hotel room, and y'all fuck that room up, curling irons and shit
no, I ain't
everywhere.
staying
can't
in
stand that.
Man, I seen
Nah,
some.
I
What's
mean-
wild is I've started as I've gotten older. I just started like a lot of my
I'm
stuff
on
stay
my
in my
own.
bag. I don't even unpack all the way, or I just because I want to keep my stuff organized.
Mother got Spanx over here
Oh,
and shit over there.
It be 6 women to a 2-bedroom
Hey,
all the time.
Miami,
Yeah, all the
if
time.
you a girl, you already know.
Yes.
That's
Thank
what it
you.
is.
It costs
And then
$100
somebody
to get
do
to
a
the
little
club.
tic-tac-tac.
It costs $100 for us to get in the club. It costs
Exactly.
you got to pay for the
150 will skip the
room.
line.
So look,
For sure.
Kevin said, how much of a marriage is a business and how much of it is attraction or in love?
Marriage is a
KP.
big. Yeah, marriage is a business.
Kevin who?
KP.
KP. Marriage is a business decision.
Yep.
When I found my wife, she was the best business decision to make right then and there.
Yeah.
Because my wife had all the things that I needed in that interview to
Yep.
hire her.
Child.
So that was
That
great.
was some words right there, y'all.
Marriage is a business, and you guys need to look at. You need to find the best deal out here and where you're trying to go. I believe in that wholeheartedly. Yeah, love is great, but damn it, we can't eat love all the time.
No, for sure.
and I-
We gotta
Wow.
have some. My wife was everything I needed, and she was best what I needed to run the Warren ship.
Hey, like
Warren ship.
I had women that used to like critique me for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you was really in love with this person, but you ended up da da da. I'm like, no, I was really in love with her too. But at the same time, like, if I had to choose between, and no disrespect to anybody, okay? Because I know y'all always try to put that on JT, like he always disrespecting motherfuckers.
JT. Okay,
I don't do that. But like he said, it's a business decision at the end of the day. Like, what's best for me? What can I see this going, in the future? If I got 2 women here and I got one that make 100,000, one that make 30, and I got one that don't got no kids and one that got 2, and I got one that don't do this, and I got one that I like positives in my eyes. I'm about to go with the more pros than the more cons.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Because it's the vision.
Right. I'm looking at how far we can go. I'm looking like, all right, cool. We on the same level with this. She got the same mindset as me. We ain't dealing with all this extra shit. It's a business decision.
I can build with this person.
Right.
I
Like,
see building.
like I said, love to me is rare as it goes. 3 out of 100 was my number. But like, if I pick this person with this business decision on top of like I really care for her too, I'm winning.
Yeah.
I'm fucking winning. Like it's an easy fucking decision. Like I know, yeah, you look cute and all that other goofy shit, but I don't fuck with your mind, which we talked about. And as far as business go, this person beat you. He said this interview. Dating is interviews for fucking the rest of your fucking life.
And what women don't understand is in the dating era, for a man, we can either give you the job or we'll silently cancel you. And
Yeah.
women
We look for your replacement.
Yeah, women publicly cancel men. I don't want to be with this guy anymore, or this and that, or she'll break up with him. Men don't do it like that. If we're benefiting with you for something, say for instance, let's just say, if I'm having sex with you,
Coach.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm
coach.
Let's
yeah,
just say
let's
it,
just say
coach.
if I'm having sex, then that's all you're gonna be. You'll never get the title. You're just good for these rounds we're gonna go through. And I've silently canceled you because you don't fit the interview of what I'm hiring for. But I'll keep you in the sex ring, but you won't get anything else. So, but women don't, and women don't understand that. Be like, man, I've been with this guy for so long. He's silent. You've done something to him in the interview part, and he's not gonna upgrade you.
So this brings me to this before you. So like, because you said that, so it's possible, like, because women think it matters if you hold off having sex.
No.
It don't matter. Because if I give you sex on the first date, but also I come with all this mindset and blah, 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 you can marry that girl.
Right.
But I can also give you sex on the first date and be about shit, and this is going to be that for the rest of my life.
I don't think it matters. Like, women have a bad misconception of that shit because they be reading that Steve Harvey bullshit. That's bullshit. It's not fucking true. That's my alarm. It's not fucking true. That's my don't eat shit else alarm. That's not fucking true. Look,
my shit is cut off at 10.
It don't matter. It don't matter if you have sex on the first day or you have sex in week number 4. If you're a fucking dumbass, you're all good for sex. And women, I don't think women realize how patient men are.
Very.
Men are very patient.
And I'm gonna go into something when it comes to women.
Okay.
Men are very fucking patient. Very fucking patient. I wanted to fuck my wife in 2006. I didn't do that shit to 2012.
Damn.
Or whatever the fuck it was. And I stayed the fuck around for 6 years. Was I selling it the whole time?
Because y'all sure was friends for a long time.
We was friends for a very long time, wasn't we?
Y'all was.
Never touched her. Never thought, you know what I'm saying? But the thing is, men are patient. So I don't give a fuck if you wait 3 months, 3 years, 3 days. It's the same. If you still a fucking goofy, I'm just gonna fuck you and it's gonna be over with.
Wow.
But like,
if you a fucking goofy,
yeah, that's real nigga shit.
And that's the same thing that happened with me and my wife. That was what the value part was for her. My wife, when I met her, she was a virgin. Me and my wife were strictly platonic friends for 2 years.
Right.
We had nothing else going on but our friendship. So that's what gave her the value of my life. I'm on a college campus with a woman that's a virgin. Meaning I can bring her in a room with other people and I know nobody's done nothing with her.
Right.
That's valuable. That's job interview number 1. You didn't smash none of the homies or somebody I gotta look at. Like, damn, did he do this? No, I don't want to have that running through my mind. And on NIU campus, everybody was for everybody. And I didn't want that. So when she told me that, and it took me X amount of years to have sex with my wife.
Patient.
That was patience like a mother. And I'm sitting there like, okay, these glasses she got on, I can see them coming off one day. So
I'm crying.
You're so funny. Not you have to know your needs.
I wanted to see.
You got it right here.
Okay.
That's value within itself.
Yeah.
Her being a virgin was valuable to me.
Yeah.
And that was the key point. When she told me that, I'm like, I got one.
Okay. What we got?
Okay, so we have Derrius, you dropping gems, okay?
Okay, cause baby,
both of y'all are dropping gems, but
No,
Derrius, but
listen.
she more than likely having to
Who is that,
fucking
Jayla?
Leandra.
Leandra. Hey, Leandra.
Ash said,
y'all done brought everybody up on her tonight.
Blunt as hell.
Ash said, so blunt. Both of y'all, really.
Both. This your Ashley.
Yeah. So Olivia said, I'm crying. KP said, preach. Your wife said, Jesus Christ.
Okay, put you out there. And I was wondering if she was watching because I'm like, damn, he just go.
We talked about this.
Hey.
Yeah.
We talked about this.
Okay. And then we got on Instagram, we have, 6 years. And then they said, this is Garrett. He said, but does it count if you were still getting pussy the entire time?
No. Don't count.
I'm not going to answer that question because it'll incriminate.
I will. It won't count. It don't count.
I'm not going to answer that question because she's already asked that question.
No, that's
So she know.
I mean, that was the cool part about me and
But we
her
just not.
being
Okay.
friends and all that shit. She knew.
Y'all so messy.
I'm not
Yeah.
answering
I was clapping cheeks.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Do you consider yourself a safe space for women?
I shouldn't be. I'm only a safe space for my wife. I mean, that's who I'm.
For your wife.
For your
yes,
wife.
For your
That's what
partner.
you're saying. Because I can't. If she hear that point, she gonna want to know. She's glued in now. You said the wrong
Okay.
shit.
Yeah.
Women. Are you a safe place? Is this a pad to park on? That's what she's gonna ask. What the fuck is you doing? I'm a safe space for my wife. I don't know what the fuck they talking about. Nah, I'm not for the bullshit. I'm not coming home and I got to sleep
These
downstairs.
were the only married men we've had on the show, guys. So
I like sleeping in my bed. I don't want to have to sleep in the downstairs apartment. I am a safe space for you, Diamond. Yeah, I am safe. Now, as my friends or anybody like that, if they need, I have no intentions or anything.
What makes you a safe space? What makes you feel that you're a safe space?
Because I'm gonna protect you. I'm gonna make sure you're okay. If you're my friend, if you're my wife, a little bit further than doing for my wife than with my friends, but I'm gonna make sure that I don't overstep, that we can have a conversation. I'm not judgmental. I don't judge people. I meet you at every level, at every turn of life, because I know where I came from. So I want you. There's a lot of people that I talk to and know things, and I would never bring that up. If we ever had a falling out, I've never brought up it. I never do that. Like Your Secrets, The Diary, whatever that song I love by Alicia Keys, Your Secrets.
Diary.
Yeah, that shit. Yeah, I don't
Fire.
never tell. I don't give a damn what we go through.
Right.
What may happen, I'll never put your business out.
Yeah.
Because we were close enough for you to tell me, and that's where that shit's going to stay.
Right.
And I'm going to always look out for my people. And I'm going to always take care of my people. You know, y'all my people. If something was going on and you needed me, I'm going to make sure I try to, make myself available without hurting my own home.
Yeah.
Because you take care of home first. No matter what I do, home is first. But, yeah, I am a safe person for my friends, my wife, my female friends. Yeah.
I feel like I'm definitely in a safe space personally. I think any woman that knows me, including y'all, like if we have a relationship, like I feel like if you come to me, you know that JT gonna be JT. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna give you, if you ask for my honest opinion, I'm gonna give you my honest opinion, whether you like it or not.
It shouldn't be no blowback from that. If you
You're
really
right.
your friends, you have to accept. Because sometimes people don't want to hear the truth. They
Right.
want you to live in that lie with them, and I don't do that. I don't live in lie.
Right.
I don't do that.
I'm the same way. So like, even I can tell you like, my sister-in-law. I got one of my sisters. Like, matter of fact, all three of my sister-in-laws, they really come to me with like real ass conversations. They're like, I'm coming to you because I know you're gonna be honest with me, and I trust your opinion on whatever the situation may be. And I don't give a damn if it's talking about my own damn brother.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, I love my brothers to death, but I'm gonna tell you like this is my opinion. We had the Kiki Palmer conversation. We had jealousy conversations. We had, you know what I'm saying, like, I just need your opinion on this particular subject conversations. Cause they know, like, sometimes I might agree with you, but sometimes I might say, nah, you wrong as fuck. Like, so I feel like I'm a safe space on the strength that, like, you know what you're getting from me. And if you come to me, you expecting the truth, and I'm gonna give it to you. Like, I'm gonna give you that true male's perspective, whether you like it or not. So you decide if that's safe or not for you. You know, play with something nice, I guess, if you don't want to.
Okay, well. She walked away. Oh, matter of fact, let me read these. Okay, so your wife said to you, I already know. KP said he's a safe space for his wife. Jonathan said keeping it mutual and giving real advice with no intentions. You said Jalen, right?
Jalen, you.
Jalen, what's your opinion on the key to millennials staying married?
You want to go? I knew that question was going to come up. Jalen, sis, we have to get out of the microwave me mindset as millennials. And I call it the microwave me because we want everything quick. You pop something in the microwave, it's quick. We don't know how to warm up things that take time in the oven or the stove anymore like our grandparents did. You know, everything on the me aspect it's always me, 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 me. It's not us together, we're doing. And millennials haven't learned that. And it comes from our parents. Our parents, all of us didn't have our parents in our life to raise us to be wives and raise us to be husbands. I'm a product of that. I never seen my father and mother interact. I've seen other couples, but in a household, my grandfather was old enough, I didn't see my grandmother and grandfather interact. So learning to be a husband, shit, TV, other couples, my adopted parents from DeKalb, but we have to get out of the microwave me mindset. Everything is taking time. When I took those vows on the altar with my wife, nothing in those vows said anything about my happiness because I'm responsible for my own happiness.
Yeah.
And we are losing the battle with that because everything is me, my happiness comes first. When you take that, then no, your happiness does not. You're supposed to be an adult. You're supposed to have duty, honor, and respect. That's what kept our grandparents together. Now we don't have that anything. The moment you get upset and get in your feelings, we are in this. Where's the duty? Where's the honor? Where's the respect? Where's the commitment? I'm committed to being in this relationship with you, so I'm going to fight to be with you. We don't have that mindset. It's me.
Yeah.
It's always me. It's not us. It's not we. It's not together. And like I said, we have to get out of that mindset. We have to get out of the microwave mindset. Everything can't be quick. Everything can't. It has to take time.
Yeah.
You have to be able to build with that person. You can't just be absorbed in self. And I think that's why as millennials, we have to get off the social media. We have to get off the TV because that shit's not real. What's real is when you laying next to your wife and you having that uncomfortable conversation and she's telling you what she needs to love your monkey ass and you not paying attention. That's real.
Yeah.
When you seeing that person cry, and that person's calling and fighting at you to connect with you emotionally, and you're still putting up that wall, that shit's real, and that shit counts. When that man is trying to tell you what he needs you to pour into him, but you're so concerned about this other shit outside of the house, that's real. We have to focus on us and focus on building. So,
It's a we situation,
Yeah.
not a me
Not a me,
situation.
I would say the key to staying married is realizing, like, unlike a relationship, unlike a boyfriend-girlfriend, there's not always instant gratification.
not at all.
That's just like you said, the microwave shit. It's not instant gratification. It's not boom, I want this, it should be done. If it's not done, I'm gone. Because when you're in a boyfriend-girlfriend, if we're dating and I do some shit you don't like, you do some shit I don't like, I can just say, all right, this shit over with. And the marriage is not that easy. This shit's legal. This shit, you gotta go through a process. This shit's gonna cost money, tens of thousands of dollars.
Ooh.
We have a child involved. So now I have to think about, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, me and my wife ain't all fucking rainbows and fairy tales and ice cream.
Keep it real.
You know what I'm saying? It's been times where, like, I can't stand this motherfucker. And she probably thinking the same fucking thing about me. You know what I'm saying? But
You
at the
ever
same
woke up
time,
every night, she looking at your ass?
facts.
Man,
and-
that's some scary shit.
In the same way, like, man,
I don't know.
I don't even want to lay next to your second ass. Like, you blowing the fuck out of me. But at the same time, like, you got to realize, like, this ain't boyfriend, girlfriend in high school. I can say, all right, you pissed me off, fuck you, I'm gone.
Yeah.
Like, we are legally bonded. We have a child involved. Like, and when it comes to that, for me personally, with my kid, I see my kid every day. Every fucking single day, except now because he with his grandparents right now. But, like, I can't imagine not seeing my kid because me and you into it.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, on me and you being into it, I know normally I get into it with my best fucking friends. Best fucking friend in the world. Like, I'll take a bullet for this nigga. Like, I'll die for this nigga. No problem. People fight. Brothers fight. Sisters fight. Sorority sisters, frat brothers, brothers, and everybody else. Y'all gonna fucking fight. You know what I'm saying? That's normal. When you realize that shit, and you can get around it, like, all right, we fucked up right now, but I chose this person to marry for a fucking reason. I could have chose 99 other women, but I didn't. I chose this person.
But how?
So when you realize that, and you like, there's something about you that's different, and I have to be able to take myself out of me being pissed off at you right now and realize, like, no, this person is more valuable than that.
So,
and I need to fight for this.
How important, like, because people say this a lot, right? And this was actually one of the questions in the conversation cards. Like, in the dating phase, right? We kind of try to say, this is for marriage, this is for dating. But, like, those perspectives that y'all gave, how important is that in the dating phase too, to get to that marriage? Like that understanding, that compassion, that, you know, like.
you have to know that, are you willing to make space for this person to come into your life? Am I willing to compromise? Am I willing to sacrifice? Once those questions are asked, answered as a man, yes, I am ready for this person. Because men don't want to compromise. We don't want to sacrifice unless it's not for something we benefit or want. And we definitely can get dangerous if you neglect or do something that makes us have to do those things and you're not worth it.
Yeah.
So yes, it's very important. What?
His foot reflex.
Right.
Oh,
No.
I'm stretching my knee.
yeah, I seen that. Yeah.
I had surgery on the
Like,
knee.
no, because I said a little bit
Yeah.
about, like, personally, my situation. But, like, because I was talking to my therapist on Monday, and, like, and even with the situation I'm going through now, it's like, just because we're going through something, like you said, like, I'm not married, but I'm dating. But just because we're going through something, that doesn't mean retreat.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? Can we work
That's
through
the
this
easy way,
thing?
yeah.
Like,
Process.
what is the process? Because
Right.
and I seen somebody post this on Facebook, like, that dating is the trial for your marriage. So how I show up in this dating situation is going to show how I show up in this marriage. People don't change. And we like to say, oh, this is for marriage and this is for dating, but in
Right.
reality, you're gonna be who you are.
Right.
Married or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate when I hear that. Like, no, I'm gonna be different when I'm married. Nah, like, you just, it's just like that old saying we was in sports. You practice how you play.
Yeah.
You practice how you play.
Period.
How you act in practice is how you gonna act in the
Exactly.
game.
Right.
So
I'm giving y'all another gem. If the sex is bad now, it's not gonna get better when y'all say,
Facts.
Get rid of this, no, fix that problem now. The sex is not gonna get better. It's gonna get worse when you get married.
All the
You have
other-
children, all that shit.
all the
Yeah.
other goofy shit, like, I tell people this story, y'all. This is a real fucking story. When I decided, like, okay, this is gonna be my wife, I'm gonna marry this person, I bought this ring like 6 months before I actually gave it to her. Cause I swear to God, every time I thought about giving it to her, she pissed me off. I swear to God, this real nigga shit. She was pissing me off, and I'm like, nope, pushing it back a month, bro. I don't think I can do it yet. I can't do it. Like, and even the day I actually did it, I don't think we was like completely eye to eye.
Cause you like,
But
I'm
I
not doing
knew
this shit.
that this person was a person I was even thinking about it.
Mhm.
I never got to that point.
I couldn't do
For
it
real,
without.
for real, like, I really was like serious. I wouldn't have bought a fucking expensive ass ring
Mhm.
and thought about it. Like, and I knew like everything is not gonna be
Perfect.
peaches and cream, rainbows and all that other bullshit. So like, you gotta come to that. You gotta come to that realization that everybody's not perfect. This is
And
not,
I'm gonna stick
this-
beside you.
This is not fucking Bad Girls Club or them other goofy TV shows y'all fucking watching. This shit's real fucking life.
Y'all feel
And
like
you-
people just too quick to throw people away?
Yeah.
If you really,
And I was the same way. To keep it a buck with you, like, motherfucker pissed me off one time. Like, I had a girl that didn't fucking shave and took her shit out. I'm like, you gotta go. Bitch, like, look, I'm not dealing with that.
like it's a dragon. Ooh.
Like, I'm
That
not
said, y'all argued the night before.
no bullshit.
Yeah, probably
That's
so.
crazy, right?
Yeah.
The night before I proposed, like, I'm like, I was talking to my homie, like, I don't know, nigga, bro. I'm finna take this bitch back. But at the same time, I'm like, nah, bro. I know, like,
I know one of the
she's
questions.
the one.
I know one of the questions as millennials that we get from our people is that whole shacking thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that you really need to live with this
I
person
do too.
Yeah.
before y'all make
Yes.
that step, because you
Yes.
gotta see certain
I
things.
agree.
Me and my grandmother had that conversation about
Yes.
things, because back in her day that was shacking.
Mhm.
And I say, okay, that worked for you all, because it was only a man working. You was at home with the kids, so you didn't have to do. Things are different. It's more expensive now.
Yeah.
Things cost. I need to know if this investment that I'm going to make with this woman is worth it, because you all call it shacking. I call it interviewing. The second part of the interview.
Yeah. This is
We
final
need to.
interview.
Yeah, this is the final interview. Because if we don't make it here, once I say I do, now we're committed. I can't fire your ass.
Right. It's
Because
not as
I'm willing,
easy.
I'm willing to pack my shit and leave if I know this is not going to work. So I'm with moving in. That shacking shit work for you all, because I know it's a lot of women that got married back in them days, and had they known what their husband was really like, they'd have pulled them old ass panties up and got the hell up out that door.
Facts.
Your father and mother wouldn't exist had they known what Papa
Exactly.
was a Rolling Stone and all
Yeah.
that shit, abusive, emotionally and mentally
Exactly.
and physically. They would have left. But you
Yeah.
didn't know that because y'all believed in a certain dynamic back then,
Exactly.
and it does not work for today.
Nope.
I think I agree. Like, when I really in my back of my head, and I had this conversation with my father too. It was a very tough conversation. Father's a super religious person, and I'm like, no, we want to move in together. He like, why are you moving in together? Because I told him, I said, because I think this is the person I'm going to marry, but I need to live with them first. Because I really feel like I don't give a fuck if you date a person for a year. You don't really know them.
Yeah.
No,
You don't know them until you see their ass every day, in and out. I see you in the morning. I see you at night. I see you when you angry. I see you mad. I see you when the house clean. I see you when the house dirty.
Because they on their best behavior when they come into your crib. They
Exactly.
they got on the sexy
for sure.
shit. Now,
Exactly.
I need to see that shawl. I need to see that bonnet.
When that breath stank,
Thing,
you sick.
I need to
I want to see all that shit.
I want to see all that. You know, do you leave skid marks in the toilet? Because I do sometimes. You know, like, I need to know that it can't be both of us.
Yeah.
You know?
I want to know.
Somebody
Yeah.
got to clean the toilet.
Yeah, somebody. And in my household, there is no gender roles in my household.
Yeah, I'm with that.
My wife take out the garbage. I do laundry.
Really,
I do,
Gary?
Look, I
Yeah, there are no gender roles. My
Wow,
wife,
really?
My wife,
Nah, I believe that too.
I never imagined
No,
that
I
for
feel,
him.
I feel the
no,
same
my
way.
wife, she'll grab. Now, if I'm going out the door, I'll get the garbage stuff, but she takes it out because I watch a
No,
little.
it was times where she definitely took that damn trash out.
Yeah.
There's times where I'm like, I definitely wash them damn dishes.
Yeah, I watch
And do laundry
yeah.
and all that other
I
shit.
love that stuff though. Washing dishes, I love cleaning. Cleaning and
Yeah.
cooking is my thing. I
Yeah.
like that stuff. So
Yeah.
I feel like it clears your mind. Like for
Yeah.
me, sometimes like if I don't even like when she asks me to do it. I just want to do it
yeah, I do it myself.
because I see that it needs to be done type shit. And when I do it, I feel better about myself. I feel better about like a cluttered environment is a cluttered mind.
Mhm.
And like she'll tell you the other day, like I was cleaning my desk, I'm throwing all the bills, I'm paying the bills, I'm trying to knock all this shit out because I want all this shit clear. Cause I got a lot of personal shit going on right now. Like I got 2 parents that's fighting for their life, like right now, and most people don't fucking know that. Like y'all know that now, but like you know what I'm saying. I can still stay positive because I got other shit going, and I know like I ain't do wrong by my parents.
Yeah.
By any means, you know what I'm saying, type shit. And this person is there to support me, even when I don't feel like myself. I don't feel like doing all this other shit. So like I said, it gotta work as a team type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good balance.
All right. Last question of these cards. Do you hold your friends accountable when they act inappropriately when they're in a relationship?
Yes. My easy is yes. I have a group now. And I'll throw you in it too, bro, if you want to be in it. But like, no bullshit. No bullshit though. Like me and if y'all know Doobie, y'all know Christian. He's one of the people like I really look up to as far as I feel like you should be around people that you look up to in certain ways.
Yeah.
Because you're a combination of the people that you hang around the most.
Brendan.
You know what I'm saying? So I told him this idea I had. I'm like, man, we should get all the married people we know so we can talk to each other.
I love that.
Because when I'm around my single friends, want to be around bitches and strippers and shit I don't need to be around.
Yeah.
Because it's only so much goddamn peer pressure you can take. Like, I'm a very strong-willed person. But we're around 12 naked bitches. I'm going to look at 12 naked bitches. I'm sorry. I like ass and titties. And I tell them, I'm sending it on live and she's on here. I know that. Yeah. I'm
trying
sorry.
to put yourself in the position to have to be around that stuff so you know who your company is.
Exactly. So, like, what we did was we started, we got a group chat where it's, 15 plus married men now.
That's amazing.
And once every month or every other month, we do, a group date.
Oh, yeah.
So, I'm around these group people, Timmy coming
I can't wait to get married so I can join y'all group.
No bullshit.
We have one too.
We got.
we have.
I'm gonna join both of y'all groups.
No cap. We got one. We got one on Saturday, where we're going to a restaurant together.
Yeah.
You're around. So this way you're around your homies.
Yeah.
Your wives don't feel left out because it's other women there that they can converse with, and it's a group of people on the same page, on the same wavelength. And I know my homies, to the point where, if my homie was out of pocket, we gonna call you on your bullshit. Hey, bro, you're tripping, bro. You got a beautiful wife who on this, that, and the third with you. You tweaking, bro. Stop. And that's the type of conversation that we have. I can honestly, and that's why, even in my situation now, I rent boats. I'm around women in bikinis all damn day. I had a friend, one of my other married friends who was with me, and we both chilling. It's 30 naked, half naked chicks around, and we both cooling like, I'm good. Cause in the back of my mind, like, you ain't got, like, yeah, you look good, but you probably ain't got shit on my wife. And we having these conversations around 30 half naked chicks, and I can do that now, like, with confidently, and be like, yeah, you look good, but you probably a dumbass.
Yeah, so what I got at home is way. I'm not.
It's deep.
Not
It's
jeopardizing.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying what I got home ain't a looker, but I see your looks, but I know this person is deeper than that.
Yeah.
And so because of that, I can have those conversations with my friends, and we can hold each other accountable. So we low bullshit. We've talked about this shit several times. Like, hey man, I'm like, bro, your wife is gorgeous, bro, and she's smart as fuck. Your wife got this, that, and the third going on. Like, you don't even think about tweaking. He like, no, you right, bro. I'm not even thinking about it, but
accountability, like what you just said, man. One of the last conversations me and my father had before he passed was this ring.
Yeah.
He said, you're going to be surprised how many women are attracted to you once you get married. And I didn't believe him. I'm like, that don't make sense. But I'm approached more by women with this on than I've ever been in my life. They everywhere. They see the ring, they looking like, oh, okay, you know, who's your wife, who's this, you know, and they coming. And they come in droves, because I don't know what it is about y'all and what y'all see about this, but it's serious. And then you have to be strong. And sometimes at one point my wife didn't make it easy for me. Like when me and her were in the dating phase, you know, people would ask about me, like, let's say, like church people are friends. We would be at church and they'd be like, well, who is this guy? Oh, this is Derrius. Well, what does he do? Oh, he works for the railroad. Oh, he does. Do you guys have any children? No, we don't have children. Do you guys live together? No, we don't live together. And I can see the wheels turning in these people's head. Like, hey, man, you need to, hey, you making it hard for me. Don't stop telling these people that. And then once I put the ring on now they're coming. Because they want to see how strong the relationship is, what's going on. Can they get through?
It's actually...
And can they get it?
I believe it's actually easier. We talked about this too in our little group chat. I believe it's actually easier to cheat than it is easier to... It's easier to cheat than it is easier to stay faithful.
Oh, yeah.
It's easier.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Especially when a woman
seeing
see
is easy.
And they like, and they look, and they right. It's easy as fuck to see.
It's easy to see.
And they looking at you like, damn, like this person got something going on. Like he on bullshit because he's married. He got something going on with himself. Oh, he worked for the railroad. Oh, he got this going on. He got a nice car. He got nice shoes. He got nice clothes.
And then you get approached by other married women. So now they looking at you got something going on. I got something going on. We both gotta go home. Yeah, we can go. We gotta go home. And I'm looking at like, no. It's not gonna. It's crazy how this works now.
Yeah.
It's scary, actually.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
They mostly be down.
Try yourself around the right people, and it's not hard.
That was the last question.
Yeah.
It was.
That was the last question.
Yeah.
You want to take one?
Uh-oh.
Oh, no, I don't want that card.
You
No,
take
I
another
don't.
one.
Put it back.
You can take another one. Y'all did great with those.
I appreciate it.
I think we answered this.
What was the last book you read, and what was it about?
Let me see another card real quick.
Last book I read. What's crazy is that it's a statistic that like when people get out of school, they never read a book the rest of their life. But I've actually the people I read, the books I read, it's mostly about like entrepreneur people that I look up to. So the last one I can think of that I really was into, not the last one I read honestly, but the last one I really was into was 50 Cent book. Because 50 Cent is
50 Laws
fucking
of Power.
brilliant. No, not 50, not that, not 50 Laws of Power, but 50 Cent the rapper got a book called Hustle or Die Trying.
Get Rich or Die Trying.
Is it Get Rich or Die? Is that the
I
title
was
of the
gonna say
book?
it's the same title as his movie and his album. Yeah,
Right.
Get Rich or Die Trying.
All I know is 50 Cent was fucking brilliant. And I like reading and I like hearing. I had to read the book.
It's the rags to riches stories for me.
I got the audio book, all that shit. I loved his book and I loved his perspective on shit. And he talked about how he had to grow away from like people that he grew up with, like G Unit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know about G Unit and shit. But he talked about how like those was some of his closest friends in the world, but he realized like the separation.
Yeah, he was going in a different direction.
Right.
I read his.
His book was inspirational as fuck. So if you haven't read it, check it out. It's good.
The last book I read, I'm currently reading We Over Me. It's a relationship book. So the way he talked about that, like just learning to put your emotions to the side and putting a we in a relationship. So I'm reading about that. It's Kadeen and Deval Ellis.
I see them.
My wife is reading that book.
Yeah, so that's the book I'm currently reading.
Yeah. I like that.
Currently, I'm reading a lot right now, but currently one of the books that I'm reading is Sarah Jakes' Women Evolve. Is that what it's called?
With the flowers on it, right?
Yeah, the one but before that, the last book I read that I actually completed was All About Love.
What was the book that I completed?
Bell Hooks.
Boundaries. That was the last book I completed.
Was that the last book I read?
Which one? I thought it was Think and Grow Rich.
That wasn't the last one. I think that was the last. Or was it the Battlefield of the Mind? Was the last book I read, which is Joyce Meyer's. Yeah.
Last book I read, I'm reading this book called The People Factor. It's a pretty good book. Learning about relationships, how to deal with people and stuff like that. Yeah, The People Factor. A friend of mine in college, my sister really put me on that book, and I finally got it, and I got around to reading it, and it's very interesting. So on my downtime, when it's quiet, I can have time to read it, and it's really helping.
That's
good.
The
People Factor.
Okay. What is your opinion on threesomes in a committed relationship?
It's silent.
Okay, you go first.
Threesomes in a committed relationship. What do y'all? It's just the fact of what do y'all agree on in that relationship. If this is something that we've discussed and we're okay with it, it's okay. But if it's not something that we've discussed, then it's just not. It's not happening. Like,
that's boyfriend and girlfriend stuff. I'm married because it's one way of looking at it. What if my wife came and said, "I want two dudes, I want you and another dude." So now the wheels are turning. Have you been noticing this, mother? Like, do you notice, mother? Like, wait a minute, what do you want? Where are we going with this? Because I'm going to kill one of y'all because something's going to happen, and I know it's not going to be good for nobody in that room. Because that means you thought about this. You have a guy in mind. Yeah. Whoever comes to you with the threesome thing, it's already somebody in mind. They've thought about this, and they're bored with something that you all are doing. Yeah. So you need to address, why do we need this? Is this something that I'm not doing to please you? Yeah. Those are one of them tough conversations, because I know for a fact if I ask Diane for a threesome, it's going to be a mesome. She ain't with that shit.
It's gonna be a mesome.
It's gonna be a mesome out this mother. I'm not wrong. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I think it might. My bad.
No, go ahead.
I was about to say I kind of agree with him. I think it might be some more so boyfriend girlfriend stuff. I'm not saying I haven't had one or two or three, whatever. My point is they're fun. But I know at this point of my life, my wife ain't going for it. One, I'm damn sure ain't going for no another nigga. No. That shit cooked. I damn near was like, if she said this shit, I'm like, yeah, bring him. I'm gonna shoot this nigga.
Yeah, what if she brought you another woman?
That's a setup. I'm not going for that shit. It's a trick to them.
Some people in marriages are really open to
No. What I realized too, also in this married group with a bunch of married people, there's no cookie cutter to this shit.
Yeah.
There's no cookie cutter. Like, what works for him
might not work.
Damn sure might not work for me, and vice versa. I know couples that are married that in my back of my mind, if somebody was like, "Hey, which one of these couples have a threesome?" I can think of one right now. They're fucking around, have one, and be cool.
They probably already having them.
They probably already having them, but they probably had 23 of them motherfuckers. You know? Like, so there's no cookie cutter to it, but I just know for me in my house, that shit probably cooked for me, bro. I had to get that shit off real quick.
I got it out. I had that moment in life, and I'm past that now.
Yeah. I'm not saying I will object to it.
Like, I'm just putting that out there.
I know
if you watching
who I fuck with, and that shit probably cooked for you, boy.
Listen,
99.99% cooked for me. Yeah. Probably 100. She probably gonna comment.
I think it's definitely, I think it's what you like is the relationship. Like, what is good for your relationship? You know, like some people don't mind it. Like, there are, like, and I listen to podcasts with married couples who are just in the lifestyle. Like that's what they do.
Swingers?
Yes,
Yeah.
they're in the
Yeah.
lifestyle, you know, and
I know
so
swingers.
and they got married and they found their people out there doing that. But this is my primary lover. This is the person who attracts my mind is attracted to them, my physical and everything. This person is just sex. But this is my everything, you know, and they understand that and I understand that. You know, so I personally, in my marriage, I would be open to it. I think if that's something that me and my partner wanted to do, but that's something that I also talk about when I'm dating. Like that's not something that I would wait to talk about when I'm married because I wouldn't want it to be like a surprise. And it's like, whoa, what you been on? You know what I'm saying?
I wait to bring it to the marriage.
Yeah. Okay, yes, sir.
Yes, I just want to run that back to what you just said.
Said
Now,
she
say
always
if
do
you're in
it.
a relationship and you're wanting a threesome, and let's just say it's with two guys, how would you approach your man with, I want to bring another guy into our bedroom? How would you talk to him? Let's role play that.
No, I would just ask.
How would you feel?
And would you expect them to interact?
I would, first
That's
of
the
all,
key.
I would, even if you said no, I would say okay.
No,
I would be okay with you declining that, but I would, but I would
want
just
to go
ask.
from the first step. How would you go about asking that?
I would say, babe. So I've been thinking.
Sorry, I couldn't even wait. I couldn't wait till you was done.
Like she's practiced this shit before, almost.
I mean, I've asked the question before though. I've
Okay.
asked, not that I wanted to do it, but I've asked
Okay.
the question of how do you feel about threesomes in a relationship? Like, what if I wanted to bring a man? What if I wanted to bring a woman? And it's like, okay, I would be okay with a woman, but not a man. Most men are okay with women, but not men.
All right, well, go to that
Go to
fact
the
of when
spelling,
it's another man. Keep talking to me because I'm really thoroughly want to see how this is gonna go.
I mean, I would. It probably won't happen for me.
No, just keep talking. We was role playing. I want to keep.
Okay. So you want to respond?
Yeah, I'm gonna respond.
So, babe, I've been thinking. I would like to have a threesome, but not with a woman, with a man.
Okay.
How do you feel about that?
Okay. You know, I understand that you. If I heard you correctly, you want to bring another penis into our bedroom. That's basically what you want to do. Is there something that I'm not satisfying that you want to do this?
No, not necessarily.
So-
I mean, I just want to spice it up a little bit.
So you want to spice it up, and you want to bring another man involved into our spiciness. There's nothing else that I can do that might spice it up. That just me as the individual that we have to bring in another person.
No, I just think it'll be fun.
You think it'll be fun?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I have to process this, and I'm gonna get back to you. But I'm feeling that there's some deficiencies that I'm not meeting with you. And I think that if there is something, we can have that conversation. But for you to want to jump to that, it's making me uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll get back to you. Just let me. And once you have that exchange, you're gonna see a difference in that man.
Yeah, and I can
And
imagine.
it's gonna
You
be
hurt his
some-
pride.
It's gonna, yeah, you hurt him.
You hurt his pride.
You hurt his pride, and it's gonna be some
Because
withdrawal.
I can imagine.
Yeah, and what's crazy is I switched the roles while you were
Yeah.
talking. I put myself in
Yeah,
your shoes.
I heard it in your voice.
Right, I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, if he was
Right.
coming to me and saying I want to bring another woman into this bedroom,
You hurt his pride. You
Yeah,
hurt.
you hurt.
He hurt your pride. 'Cause
like
you
I'm like, damn, do
why?
I want another? What is it about me that
Yeah.
I'm not? I hurt.
And
I felt that.
Yeah, and then you have to do that because I'm looking at you, Danielle.
But I think that's why it's important to know your partner, right? And know having those conversations before y'all get married. Like, is this your lifestyle, right?
That's
And
the
is this
deep-ass
my
question.
lifestyle?
Because a lot, I think everybody in the opposite, in the same sex as the person that they want to get brought in, is going to feel a pride.
Like, yeah,
Because if it's a woman, if I say I want to bring another woman, my woman gonna be like,
because there
"Dang,
are women
what-
who are just
what
attracted
ain't
to
I doing?"
women,
Right.
and they want to just have a man and a woman
Right.
because they're attracted to both.
So I've been in that situation. So
Mhm.
one of the three was bi, so she liked women.
Yeah.
So we was on the same page with that shit. I'm like, cool. I like titties too. Was good. Like we both happy
Yeah.
in this situation. But for a straight woman to say like, hey, I want another girl in here so I can fuck her too.
It's some insecurity.
She gonna feel insecure.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's natural, because if my woman right now said, I don't need another man to come in here too, I'm like,
Yeah, Okay.
So I ain't. What's the problem?
What am I not
What
doing?
you need me to do that he gonna do that I ain't doing?
Yeah.
Like that's how I'ma feel. And
For
then,
sure.
yeah.
And I feel that.
All right, now I'm gonna give you the response. I processed it now.
Okay.
Okay. I know the other day we talked about adding more spice to our bedroom, and you want to bring in another man. So if we go through with this, just know that it's gonna change the dynamics of our relationship. Are you okay with that?
No.
So were you okay with me asking that in the first place, knowing that it might be a withdrawal or some type of behavior change within me?
Well, I wasn't aware that would be the thing before I asked.
So now that we established that it's uncomfortable, that there's going to be change in behavior, now I'm going to feel like there's something that I'm not meeting for you now.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's out there.
Yeah.
And I feel
Now
like
you're-
even if y'all don't do it,
It's
and
now
it's-
you-
and
it's
now
fucked up.
I know what she
It's fucked
wants,
up.
and
Yeah.
you've expressed it.
in the back of your
Yep.
mind, you gonna always know
No, yep.
that's what she really
Want,
desires.
Yeah.
And I'm not enough.
Yeah.
That's how you gonna interpret it.
That, and you see
Yes.
how that works?
Ladies, have your threesomes before you get married.
Oh, you have it. Find a person that's with it.
In that part.
And to your response about your threesomes, Ash said we would have to meet Cardi, or
Meg Thee Stallion or Ashanti.
If it ain't
She
them,
knows
well,
who
she
the
didn't
three
do
are.
Ashanti,
No,
but
she knows.
She
It's
did say
Ashanti.
too, but if it ain't them, no.
Meg, Cardi, or Ashanti. We talked about this. I'm cool. We meet one of
I
those.
missed them.
It's
I
crack.
can't go back to them because I had to close it out because it was froze on my phone.
I mean, it's just a conversation you have to have with that significant other, and that's one of those uncomfortable conversations.
Well,
So,
if I know a girl that look like Meg. No, I'm just.
I told my wife it ain't nothing. It's got to be Oprah. We fucking up. We don't fuck down. We fuck up for a reason. Oprah asked me on a date. I'm gone. I told my wife that because if Bill Gates,
We in.
if what's her name, asked you, I'll
Elon Musk.
I'll dress
Knock
your
her
ass.
ass down.
I'll dress your ass myself, and I'll drop you off.
She said no Ashanti, Riri.
I fuck with Riri. Well, I fuck with Ashanti.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah. See, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay. All right. Who got the next card?
Y'all have asked this one before. I've seen y'all talk
How many
about
cards do
this.
you have in your hand?
I got all of them since the beginning.
Can you want another one?
I mean, y'all asked that one.
You can pick another one here.
I mean, y'all talked
Yeah,
about
that's
that.
fine. More cards.
Oh, I asked this one.
Google
I've asked this one on Facebook.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
So, I know a couple of y'all remember the post where I put up that if your significant other is getting pregnant and you ask for an abortion, is the relationship over?
No.
But the question they ask, you or your significant other becomes pregnant, and he or she approaches you about an abortion, what would be your response? It's just like basically answering that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's deep.
Yeah. And go ahead. I got
Oh.
the bathroom.
Go
If
ahead.
if the person
No couch. Fuck y'all.
if the person came to me, if I was pregnant, the person came to me telling me that to get an abortion, I'm just gonna do it because you're telling me that
You don't want this
you don't want
baby.
this, and I'm just not gonna put myself in a position to have to do this by myself. I did it already, so I know what that's like, and it's just like they're telling you, I'm not in this with you. I'm not gonna be here. Listen, take heed to what these people be saying to y'all.
And I actually was in that situation live before. As you can see, I only have one child. So
Listen, I don't have time for it. I don't, especially at this big ass age. I'm not doing that.
Just
like this big ass age, don't nobody got time to be sitting up here saying, well, I'm just gonna do it myself. I've had
because then
I've
what you gonna
gone
be trying to do?
through
You gonna be searching after child support.
Man.
You gonna be talking about I'm out here doing blase,
and you
blase
want to
on
get
my
child
own.
support for a person that told you, yes,
They
yes,
didn't want
we
to be
all
a
are
father.
grown, and you want to hold that person accountable, but both of y'all knew what the actions would, what consequences would be after the situation happened. So don't think that getting pregnant, you're excited, yes, because you may want to have a baby at this time, but this is probably a conversation y'all ain't even have.
Mhm.
So just be smart. Be smart and make the best decision for that baby. Because it may not be to be here.
Yeah.
and I ain't trying to be mean when I say that, but it's just the fact of now you putting this child in a position to now be a statistic to grow up in a single family household. Now I mean, and I don't know what the financial position is. You could be good, but at the end of the day, taking care of a child ain't no joke. No matter what type of position you in.
Yeah, for sure.
That I don't even know how to answer this question. If she was pregnant and I wanted her to have an abortion, or she came to me about wanting to have an abortion, me personally, I don't want no more kids.
Damn.
That's real shit. I don't. I have no desire at all, ever.
Y'all practicing safe sex?
So if she was pregnant and was like, I want to have an abortion, I'm not going to argue with her because I don't want no more kids. So mine's pretty simple, I guess.
Yeah.
But I also, on the flip side, flipping the script is if she's pregnant and I was to bring it to her, that'd be very tough for me to do. Because I know, I mean, I could be wrong. I'm not saying all women, from what I understand, that's a big thing for women, is having babies, having children, and even feeling like a woman by it, being able to do that. Because all women can't do that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So for me to want to take that away, I know that I probably wouldn't. Even if I didn't want to have a kid right now, if she got pregnant, I would have to say, you did what you did, my nigga.
You accept the responsibility.
I would accept the responsibility.
Yeah.
Honestly, because I don't think I could stomach me asking her to do that.
Yeah.
And we open on this show. Fuck it. I've been in a situation where I had that before, not with my wife, but I've had a situation where I probably should have like a fucking 10-year-old or some shit. But in this space that I'm in now, I can't see me being the one to suggest it. Now, if we did get pregnant right now and she was like, hey, I don't want to have no baby, I ain't gonna argue with her. That's all I'm saying. I'll be like, all right, shit, I'm gonna drag you down. How much does it cost? $300?
There are over 30 forms of birth control.
Facts.
For women
and men.
And my thing is, when you're playing that game of no glove and it's love, you know what the results can be, the possible results. So you're committed. So as a man, you need to know that what you're playing with, and is this person somebody I want to spend 18, 21 years with, or having to deal with. So I'm not going to come to you with an abortion question. Me as a man, I am pro-choice for a woman, but I am pro not financially committed. So if you want to have that child and I don't want to have that child, I think that the man shouldn't be financially responsible. Since you want to have the child and I can't tell you what to do with your womb, you can have the child. I should not be able to be financially responsible for the child because you wanted to have it. It should be some type of check and balance with that.
I agree.
Now, I'm going to ask you this question that I want to know. And you can ask the Facebook audience, if your man comes to you and asks for an abortion, that you're pregnant, is the relationship over?
No. I want to talk about why. In this stage, in this big ass age that I'm at, like, I want to know, why do you think we should have an abortion versus us keeping this child? Because maybe there's a logical reason why you're like, no, because financially we're not stable right now to take care of this child, blah, 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 rather us wait, or...
You'll never be financially stable.
Exactly, but I'm just saying, right, you'll never be really ready for a baby, right? So you're never ready for anything,
No.
for that matter.
Right,
But
this shit ain't
anyways...
plugged up. We fucking up. This shit finna cut off. What's this?
Don't unplug the wrong thing, JT!
What's the white box?
Wi-Fi.
Right.
What's this?
Plug it right there. You see, it's the gray one open. You see it right there?
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, plug it right there. Okay. So, but yeah, I just feel like I want to talk about it. I want to understand your reasoning behind it. I'm not open to listening, to understanding a person's perspective before I make a decision. You know, so that's just how I feel about it. I don't think the relationship, I'm saying my relationship wouldn't end for it unless you was just like, because I don't want to have no baby by you. Then yeah, we need this, because obviously you don't like me like that. You wouldn't see a future with me. Like, okay, we probably should reconsider this relationship. But if there's a legit reason why I'm willing to continue on with this relationship and get this abortion.
So okay, and then you respond.
Oh,
Yeah.
I agree with that though. It's just because we just still have to have a conversation. Why? Because at the end of the day, like I said, we're both adults here.
Yeah,
We
big
know
ass
what the
ages.
consequences
Big ass
would be.
age.
So now that we're here, and what how do you feel? What is it that what are your reservations about this? And we go from there.
The real question is to ask, why are we having unprotected sex?
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the things. Like, you can go for the field, but there's a reason behind that, and that needs to be addressed too, because it takes two.
Yeah.
But now my last question, and then we can go back. I'll ask you, JT, something as a man. Is the relationship over with if you propose to your wife
Yes.
and she doesn't accept?
Yes.
I was going to ask that
Yes.
on Facebook, but I'm
Absolutely.
going to ask it now.
Yes.
And I agree, the relationship is over.
I think
Why?
I let him answer that.
In my personal opinion.
Hold on, let me ask that a question. The question is for men. If you get down on one knee with the girl you've been with all the time, and she rejects and says no
Yeah.
to your proposal, is the relationship over?
Yes. This is why I say yes. And I've said this to Ashley. I'm like, if I proposed and you would have said no, we're done that day. Like, I'm getting my shit, you getting your shit, we getting the fuck up out of here. Like, because we're, in my opinion, why? Is because we're clearly not on the same page. We're clearly not on the same page. I'm ready for this, and you're not. And because we're not on the same page, and maybe it's also, in addition to that, we talked about this on the show already, it's a pride thing.
Mm-hmm.
Do you, like, I don't think women know how much, like I told you, I bought this ring 6 months before I proposed. How much I played this shit in my mind of actually, I'm finna give up all this shit I know I can get.
Half.
Because, and that too, I'm finna give up all this shit I know I can get. Plus
Half.
potentially half of all my shit.
Half of all my shit.
Because I want to be with you for the rest of my fucking life. And I'm committed to that. To the point where I bought this thousands of dollars of ring.
Mm-hmm.
I've got on my knee in front of a million people because
I flew your ass. We flew out. We flew. I flew you.
I did it
somewhere.
at the crib, but still,
flew this
same thing. I did it at the crib, but at the same time, like, I'm giving up everything. Like, that's how I feel. Like, I don't feel like I'm an ugly dude. I feel like if I was single, I'd be a fucking catch. I got hella shit going for myself. I'm in a great position, whatever, blah blah blah. And if we're not on that same page, at that point, you could be on the same page later. Now, suck my dick. It's over.
It's over.
It's a wrap. I'm done.
And my reason behind that is just like the interview process. We've been courting. We've been interviewing. Now I'm committed. You know my resume. I know your resume. You know everything I bring to the table. You know everything I have, everything, the potential and everything is there. I'm proposing to you that we continue this forever. You're saying no to the proposal after knowing everything that I bring. We've been experienced. We've been together all this time. You're saying no.
Yeah.
So why am I going to continue? Because if we needed to fix something, that would have been brought up a long time ago.
Yeah.
Right.
So you know the faults. You know all the things that's going on. You're saying no. The relationship is over. There is no coming back to that. You said no. I must move on.
Because you don't want to move forward.
And then also, this is another thing. Just because I propose to you now, I'm not saying I want to get married to you tomorrow.
Yeah, we still got that.
I'm saying,
You
like,
got the engagement period.
I'm giving you this ring in symbol that I want to be with you forever. Point blank, period. I'm not saying that we start this journey tomorrow. I'm not saying we start it next month. We could be engaged for 3 fucking years for all I fucking know. But by you saying yes, you're saying yes. At some point in my life, I can see us being together. By you saying no, you're saying no. In my eyes,
I don't see a future.
I don't see that future with us together forever. So what the fuck are we wasting time
What are we doing?
for?
What are we doing here?
I'm not 19. We grown. I got married at fucking 30. I wasn't fucking 19. I wasn't 21. I was 30. So
Grown ass.
I know you got a clock and all that bullshit. I hear that. I understand women got biological clocks and all that, blah blah blah. but I'm 30.
Mm-hmm.
If we ain't on the same page now, you're saying you can't see that, then what the fuck am I doing here?
Yeah.
Because I could be fucking bitches.
Yeah.
That's just how I felt. Like, real shit.
That was a
and I told her that. If you said no, it was a wrap.
That was a question I was going to put on Facebook because I always come up with these things in my mind. I be wanting to hear people's responses. But I thought it was appropriate to ask that now because now you have the people and you all are right here. So, yeah, if you turn down a man 90%, it's over with. So you shoot him down because he's already 6 months. You planned out your proposal. I planned out mine too.
Right.
And I put a lot of money into it. My wife had 3 ultimatums before I proposed. 1, make sure her nails are done. 2, make sure it's recorded. 3, make sure it's grand, sexy, whatever you want to call it. And I had to make sure all 3 of those. And if y'all did that and you'd have turned it down, I might have threw her ass off that damn boat we was in the UGNC.
Right.
Swim, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Jacques Cousteau, because the ring coming back and your ass not. I don't give a damn what's going
real
on.
Shit.
Because I put a lot of
I can
effort.
respect that.
Yeah.
I put a lot into you. I'm investing into you, and I'm ready to give to you. And you shoot me now, it's over. I have no.
No reservations.
Okay. When you look in the mirror, what kind of person do you see?
That's a woman question first. When y'all going
A woman question first? Why does it have to be a woman question first?
Niggas don't be looking at that.
What type of woman do I see when I look in the mirror? What person do I see? I see somebody who is growing.
That was what I said in my head about me.
No, for real, like just the
No,
evolution, right,
yeah.
that I'm going through. This phase of understanding that I'm in. I see somebody who's continuously developing. I guess growing and developing, same thing. But I just see somebody who's growing and learning their worth.
Yeah, so when I look in the mirror, I see somebody that is growing because I feel like I'm changing all the time. I'm always discovering something new about myself. I see somebody who is becoming more confident in their abilities. And I just see somebody who's just being more grateful for life.
And I see somebody who's fine as hell.
God.
Period. I'm always looking at myself like, damn, girl, that nigga was crazy. I always say that to myself.
It's probably got a Delta brand on you and shit. God damn. That shit hurt.
I be like, damn. Okay.
Be your glasses.
Yeah, I've been looking at it for a minute. I've been wondering.
This shit been
If he
super
step on that mother, it's over.
Yeah. Just like that fucking window. It's gonna be a soft tap.
Yeah. I'm like, Jesus. Every time that joint went over there, boy.
I see just a confident black man who's outrunning and outgrowing every negative stereotype that is about me. Like real shit. Like that's something I took a lot of pride in my whole life. Like I don't want to be that stereotype. I don't want to be the late. I don't want to be the late black guy. I don't want to be the angry black guy. I don't want to be the drug dealing, gang banging, whatever the fuck negative stereotype you have about black people. I feel like when I look in the mirror, I see the dude that's outrunning all them stereotypes and a fucking hustler.
That's great. I love that.
And that's gonna do anything and everything to make sure I make it.
I love that.
Oh shit. Man, when I look in the mirror, I see Derrick Vincent Warren Sr., my father, my late father. And this month, July 25th, it'll be 2 years I lost my father. So I look and I see him. I talk, I hear him. I see all the men in my family in my face. I see all the things where their downfalls were. I see the upbringing. I see my grandmother. I see my wife when I look in that mirror. I see the pain. I see the joy. I see the sorrow. And I see the excitement of where I can potentially go. But in that mirror, I also see who I really want to be. Because it was a point in my life where I was living for others to please them. And I couldn't really do it. And once I started living for myself to do best for me, I became the enemy. But I also became the man I wanted to be.
Wow.
And that was with my own family. Once I started seeing who I wanted to be and I didn't want to do and be what they wanted me to be, I became the enemy to many. But like I said, I became the man I wanted to be. And I broke all ties and I became a better version of me. I gained more financially, physically, mentally, once I broke away from the holds that they had on me.
Wow.
So I look at that man every morning and I spend time with him, and I'm so proud of him because he could have been lost.
Wow.
So that's what I'm saying.
That's a woman question.
Y'all had better answer than we did. Thank y'all. Like, first of all, round of
talk about it.
applause
Come
for
on.
Derrius and JayT.
First of all, it's 9:59. We ain't never gonna have it 10 o'clock, y'all.
10 o'clock. 3
We ain't never
hours.
gonna have it 10 o'clock, though.
3 hours.
3 hours.
Okay, so before
sounded
we
fast
close
as
the
fuck.
show,
I know my wife mad as shit.
right.
Fuck around.
It's been a long time, but they see y'all still
She
here.
know it.
They
They
know
was tuned
it.
in, yeah.
Sorry to keep them so long, but it's been good. This is the
Sorry,
finale. We got to do it. So, as avid supporters and watchers of the show, how did y'all feel about this season that we did? Is there any advice y'all want to give us? Like, just last words, whatever y'all want to say.
I think this is one of the best seasons because it was finally something for us. And, you know, it's not just me in the comments saying no, and I didn't get a chance to say what I wanted to say. Because, you know, it's everything is always, and I don't want to be saying, it's always geared towards women.
Yeah.
You know, men don't have a real safe spot. That's why people like Kevin Samuels, Fresh and Fit are so big, because those guys talk about things that we talk about in private. Barbershop talk, what we talk about. But now it's become mainstream.
Yeah.
Now you seeing, and you guys are saying, oh, that's misogynist and all that. No, that's how men think and talk. Now you've created a space where, okay, we came on your platform, you were respected, you were received, and you guys gave us a time to talk, and I really appreciate that because we don't get that. It's always one-sided, and the man's side is never heard. And how we think is wrong, and we're never given a voice to say how we feel. So I really appreciate you all. And I really appreciate you even thinking about me, because a lot of people think by what I post on Facebook that that's the way I know. I'm posting, I want to see your response, I want to see how you go and what you think about that. You know, I have a side that I like to present, but I'm not always right, but I want to see everybody's side.
Yeah.
So coming here means a lot, and I hope people learn from me, see how I think and where I'm going. I hope my wife is proud of me. I hope my family who's tuned in. I thank everybody who's tuned in, because I really don't like these kind of things. I don't like being the spotlight. I don't like being on the center. I don't like that. But this is really helpful, and I hope you guys learned as much as I learned from you. And I appreciate you, ladies.
Thank you.
Yeah, I piggyback off everything he said. I think it was great just to see that y'all were willing to look at the other perspective.
And brought men on.
Right, and brought men on, and didn't just shoot down, and it wasn't like an argument. Like a lot of shows that do that bring the male perspective of stuff, it turns like a big argument, it's a big fight, it's a big drama. But y'all was like legitimately like trying to understand a perspective of like love and different situations about why do men think this way, why do men act this way, how do we feel in certain situations. So I truly appreciate that, and giving them a platform just like that. Like that's why I started my YouTube a few years ago, just to let them know like this is how we think about it. And I'm glad y'all were willing to let us sit on this couch with y'all and not just give your side of it, but receive that other side from y'all fathers to younger men to older married men like us.
And you provided comfort to where we were able to express, be vulnerable actually in front of your audience and say, you know what, man, because once he said something, I'm like, okay, I feel comfortable enough to say, this is my wife did this for me. You know? When you hit the money, I'm like, shit, I've been there before, brother. I know how that shit feel. And when you gotta cry, in front of your woman, that takes a lot. Because when you do that, man, you open the door to some shit. So
It's a lot of good job, guys.
Yes.
Your wife clapping. Awesome job, everyone. Mom said good night to you all way past my bedtime.
My mom.
Yeah, your mom said.
Thanks for staying on, Mom.
Thanks, Mom.
So well, we appreciate y'all being here for sure. She said it's past your bedtime.
Yeah, it's cool. My wife.
Said I stayed away from you. No, your mom said it's past your bedtime.
Oh yeah, it is. I mean,
But she did say she's proud of you. Diamond said she's proud of you, husband. She stayed away from you.
She did.
Yes.
She pissed.
So we just want to thank y'all for being here for sure. Y'all, Derrius already said I don't want this, but they
Baby, I
already
got
know.
you some flowers,
We
baby.
got the
I
flowers.
got
We've been giving all the men their flowers this season, and we're not stopping now. So we giving y'all flowers. Like y'all said, like this was definitely a season for us to understand, like cause I'm trying to be married.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I really want to just understand, like, why, like, how to be in a relationship, right?
Yeah.
With the opposite sex. Like, I don't want to have to always be butting heads, but it's as simple as understanding why are you responding to me this way, or how can I, respond differently to you. So we appreciate y'all for coming and being vulnerable.
Yeah.
And open, like, just for even coming and joining us on the couch. Y'all could have said, no,
Right.
I'm good with being behind the keyboard. You know what I'm saying? So we thank y'all.
It was when the invite was sent. I was shocked. Like, hell, remember I asked you all kinds.
Yeah, he like, why? He did. Why you want me on the show? What is this about? We gonna be arguing?
Who gonna be
I don't know,
there?
Derrius. Like,
Shit going on.
it's not a trick. We ain't setting you up. We really want to talk.
I'm like, man, what the hell's going on, man?
Yes.
I don't know about it.
Yes.
Nervous
Yes.
as shit.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, well, we gonna say good night. We
should-
thank y'all so
should
much.
Step out the way. That's y'all see y'all. I'm gonna step out the way because y'all need to have a closing with y'all audience. This y'all.
We close with y'all. Y'all
Right, but it's okay. Go ahead, y'all.
I'm
Up now.
chicken and shit.
Go ahead. Okay,
Y'all do y'all thing.
so we this is a wrap up of season 7. We really thank y'all so much for tuning in tonight.
Yes.
We thank y'all for supporting us for 7 seasons. If this is your first time watching, we invite you to come join us again. Next season, season 8, we will be having couples joining us. So we'll be having these same conversations, but with couples, just to understanding what they've gone through and how they've been able to maintain their relationships and grow together. And if you are watching and you like to be featured next season as a couple, you and your partner want to join us, please DM us so we can definitely invite you on. We only have 8 seasons, so there's only room for 8 couples.
Episodes.
8 episodes. 8 episodes, so there's only room for 8 couples.
Yeah.
We are starting a YouTube channel. So we're going to take a break right between season 7 and season 8, and we hope to get that YouTube started in between time, so that way when season 8 gets started, we can go ahead and be live on YouTube as well. So thank y'all.
Thank you guys for
Thank
watching
y'all
us for
so
3
much.
hours today.
Yes.
Hold on. All right, show 'em there.
And Derrius
we
bought
got
us
gifts,
chicken.
guys.
He bought
We
us
got
chicken.
and we got
And
wine.
he brought wine,
Some
look.
romance red.
And
Y'all
it's from Cooper's Hawk. And it's the good one, y'all. It's the one that the ladies like, right? It's
Ladies
the romance
love
red.
romance.
Ladies love romance red. It's that Cooper's Hawk. And he bought both of us a bottle. So thanks, Derrius. And we finna smash this chicken.
Hello, 'cause I'm ready to eat.
Y'all have a good night.
Night, night.
Gang, gang.
Okay, wait. And I gotta go to the...
That's gonna be on this muscle lane.
I know, right?